This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking basketball, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
Nice. Thank you. 25 Whistles presented by DraftKings. Use the promo code BobbySports when downloading the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. I was going to show you guys something from my bag. I haven't looked up how much this is worth, but dorm dudes will be on later. And this finally came in the mail when I hit with them. This is a Josh Allen rated rookie.
Wow.
You may look it up. It's a 2018 Panini Donruss Josh Allen. It's a gem, mint condition, number 10. 10.
That is a 10 rated?
It's a 10, yeah. So I don't know what it's going for, but if he's good and gets better, it'll go for more.
I mean, that's the best of the best.
It's number 304. So 2018 Panini Donruss Josh Allen rated rookie. Wow. And I'm sure it's not thousands. I mean, it's probably like, I'm guessing $400 or $500 or something.
Yeah, on eBay right here it says 580.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Right?
That's
the same
really
one, right?
good. That's the same one.
Is that a rated 10 though?
It's a rated 10.
That's
Is that one 10? It says up there.
yeah, right here.
Rated 10.
So
Right under GEMMT and then 10 underneath.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this Josh Allen, number 304, 2018 rated rookie, boom.
You won that on a break?
Mhm.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That's really cool.
It's awesome.
Dang, there's another one on here for $1,700.
Is it this one though? Here,
It looks the same.
Yeah, I mean, the way that works is they throw up, hey, let's see if someone bites at $2,000.
Well, there's always kind of a market though. There's not a lot of biting.
I think the average, if
But-
you look at it, is probably around 450, 500.
Did you see them? Is that why?
Yeah, I saw them on Kevin's screen.
Kim Kardashian's selling it. See?
Did she
Kim
sign
K?
it?
Yeah. Yes, she signs it.
Mike, I may let you look at it.
Yeah,
Is
let me scan it.
Yeah, he'll, and I'm sure it's about five. I mean, that's all. If it's $500, that's a win.
So he's got the app where you can scan it. And
No,
tells
it's
you?
Google.
Oh, really?
It's
no,
Google.
No, you have an app?
It's Google. Yeah. Isn't it Google? Google. Yeah, that's the app.
Oh, you just...
It has like a little camera box on it, and you put whatever it is to it, and it scans it and finds it.
I have never heard of that.
It showed you in the commercial.
I thought that was only on their phone, like the Google phone. It's an app?
Who has a Google phone?
It's reverse searching.
Enough people to have a commercial for it.
That's a good point, because they do have commercials on that.
Yeah, just pick one of them. I don't see any prices.
Just pick the highest one.
You can't pick the highest one, because that's someone
Oh, we're
being
trying to
like-
find a 10. Here's one that's sold for $300.
Okay.
That's a 9.5.
So I'm telling you, 400, 500.
4 or 500. I'll take it.
500
$500.
Nice.
$500.
Awesome, dude.
Boom. That's that one.
Let me hang on to that,
No.
Nope.
just in case.
And you may be wondering, why are you doing a show the day after you did a show?
I wasn't wondering that.
You weren't? Well, because there was so much that happened yesterday
Mm-hmm. I was wondering.
way too much.
in NFL. And I have another thing. I don't know much about soccer, but this is some guy. It's autographed. His name is, and there's a jersey, one of his jersey pieces. I don't know, Brazilian. Fabinho?
Fabio?
No, Fabinho. He's a Brazilian soccer player. I
Don't
don't
know
know.
him.
I'm just going to put this in a,
And you're winning those in breaks, too?
I think it may be in the same break. I'm
Okay.
not sure. But I don't know anything about soccer, and they're like, wow. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's like telling me that band BTS, K-pop.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
this is their best song, and I'm like, I don't know.
I saw like some TikTok where these guys are showing like these two cards. I'm like, man, I remember when middle school when we thought we were gonna be millionaires because we had this card and it was like Harold Miner or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
like
Harold
these rookie
freaking
cards
Miner.
where we were like, they're worth so much money.
The thing, too, before we get into the free agency, I opened up one of those random packs that dorm dudes send if you lose, because they send everybody something, so it's not, nobody gets nothing. It's not full gamble. And so I opened up a couple of the packs. Usually I just give the packs to Eddie straight up. Don't even open them.
Yeah, and I give them to my kids straight up. Don't even open them.
And so I opened one of the packs, and it was a Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs Prism, 2001, something, something, something. And I was like, wait, I should look this up and see how much it was worth. It's worth like $130.
Ooh.
Just in the package.
That's awesome.
And then open up another one as a Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals Prism, last sold for $80. Just in the little pack they sent. And then I sent Eddie this one of Zach Wilson and said, how much?
That's funny.
Yeah.
And you
So-
said I'd sell it to you for 100.
Yeah, I said I'd give you $100. So just in those packs, I got very fortunate. I saved those two because we're going to send them off and get them rated.
You are?
Well, we're going to send off some shoes. I have LeBron shoes and KD shoes, signed shoes.
Yeah.
I don't have the authenticity page.
The
'cause
letter.
I got them at a charity auction. And so the company that we're going to use, they do shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to send the shoes and some cards and stuff.
Can we throw in an item?
I want to put in my Tony Hawk shoes.
Eddie's trying to piggyback.
I'd like to throw in an item.
What is it? What did they say? Do we have a relationship like, hey?
Not yet, no.
Got it.
But we can go through them by just a normal process. But we're trying to build on that.
There is no like friendship process.
So you have to pay straight up for it.
It's not even the paying I care about. I don't want it to be gone for a month. How long is the stuff gone?
It doesn't say. Well, I don't know. Specifics on that.
Can you find out?
I know with comics and cards, it could be up to 2 months.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
it's
a long
like,
time.
what are you trying to send off?
A Joe Montana autograph picture that I've had since I was in middle school.
But I don't think that's worth anything.
Well, you don't know that. And if it is, you get it graded. Boom, we got thousands of dollars in our hands.
You can probably find that on Google.
Yeah, I think just a Joe Montana autograph, because a picture is probably the thing you want autographed the least, right? Unless it's of you two together.
Oh, it's not us two together.
Autograph.
And it's him with the Chiefs, too. It's not even the
Picture.
49ers.
So Joe Montana autographed picture. Here's one. It's a Joe Montana Jerry Rice signed autograph 49ers 8x10. You get it for $9.36.
Really?
Here's a Joe Montana autograph legend picture. It's basically $100.
And that's something you really don't have to get graded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just, yeah.
Okay. Forget it then. I'm out. That's all I got. I got nothing else.
I have not been able to log in on TikTok because I've been locked out. And then we find out why with the dorm dudes. I had too much stuff ordered, and they won't let you order more stuff whenever your queue is backed up of stuff ordered.
So now you can't even get on TikTok?
Well, so now I can get on TikTok. I just can't play the game. I can't do breaks. And I really wasn't looking to do breaks, really. But Reed hit me up and said, hey, he's like, hey, you want to do breaks? And I was like, I can't. And he was like, but are you done doing them? I said, no. I mean,
You're such an addict, dude.
but I was. And I was like, no, I mean, I'll do. I said, are you doing them? He goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, grab me the NFC East and grab me the NFC. I'll just send you Venmo. So we did them.
Why can't he do it, though?
He did.
Okay.
So he ran
on his own.
He ran his account, and there were 8 divisions, and we bought 4 of the 8. I had 3, and he had 1, and we lost.
Wow, 50%.
It's under Reed's name. We lost. So then we did it again, and then we lost. So I was
Aha.
like, this is,
We had 5 on the
That's because he doesn't have the Bobby Bones luck.
we had 5 out of 8 and lost.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
ridiculous. But
Yeah.
it was only because they had 7 or 8 jerseys left, and the guy said that he needed to fill like 2 authentic jerseys. So 2 out of the 8 were authentic.
And
for
they
sure.
were. And
yeah,
the
they
2
were.
ended up being Gronkowski, and I thought Reed had the AFC East, which he did. I thought it was a Patriots jersey. It came out red, but it was a Bucks red.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't hit that one. And the other one was a
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck authentic Colts, and neither one of us had the AFC
Or NFC South, both South.
Colts. The Colts are AFC.
Yeah, that's what NFC and AFC South, right? You
Yes.
said the
yes,
Bucks and
yes, both Souths. Yes. So, all right. Well, Reed went over, buddy. And I wasn't doing any more breaks. Now I did breaks. And
Now you're
lost.
back.
No, I'm not back. They won't let me.
Did you get read his Klug number?
No. What do you need Klug's
I
number
need
for?
to get that, man.
What?
I bet
Both of you two, by the way.
Who?
You and Reed.
What about me?
Ooh.
You've both been weird. Where yesterday on the podcast, Eddie's like, "Hey, man, no, I won't say it here. I'll just get it." And then it
Yeah.
turns out, do you want to know what it was? We were working out yesterday, and he's like, "Can I get tickets to the Arkansas SEC tournament?"
That was it. That was it.
You pulled a me.
And I
pulled a
and I didn't want to
Well,
pull a Reed on Reed's show.
I was already taking Eddie, and he goes, "I need tickets for the whole family." Well, Eddie's got like Swiss Family Robinson. It's like 40 people.
Yeah.
It's 6 of
Yep,
us.
yep.
And when I went to the website of the venue, and they're like, you can do a party with 6 people. So it's like I can get a discounted group, like if I was taking a bachelorette party with me.
And I told Eddie, I said, I don't think it's going to be hard to get tickets on day 1 because it's the 4 worst teams.
Yeah.
And Arkansas is in that 4 worst teams, like just to get tickets. And I was like, but if you want to go with me, you can, but I can't. I don't have 6 tickets because we sit with the team, you know, right behind.
Yeah, like we
the-
did last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then Eddie messaged me, and you got 6 tickets.
I got 6 tickets, dude, for 75 cents a pop. It was awesome. But see,
He's like calling his family from Texas. Come on,
dude,
Dad.
I felt so embarrassed because I had already called like a couple of people that I knew that had like suites. And I'm like, hey, man, are you guys going to use the suite for...
Oh, man.
And they were like, dude, you can go online. There's 75 cents a ticket. because it's all general admission for the first night of the SEC
'cause
tournament.
It's the worst 4 teams.
Still, though, I mean, my kids have been wanting to go to an Arkansas game for so long. So I bought the tickets for 75 cents. But what's crazy is
Sold them back for 80. Made a solid profit.
after I did all my research on it being general admission, there were some websites trying to sell seated tickets for $150 for that game.
But you still can buy seated tickets.
No.
Down below in the lower bowl.
If they are the seats that you're in, like there's, I think, 5 rows behind the teams that are reserved for teams. Other than that, the whole arena is general admission. So, Bones, if I get there an hour early, dude, I might be sitting next to you.
You won't be sitting next to me, but you could be sitting like
Courtside on the other side.
Okay. I hope you get courtside seats.
Dude, I might take the kids with me tonight and camp out.
I would
And
recommend
then
it not.
you come to work and you leave them there. Pull the spot, kids.
Boys, I'll be back in 4
Eddie was
hours.
kind of weird about. He was like, I don't want to sit. So we brought it up yesterday working out, and today right before we went on, Reed's like, I want to make a proposition to you after whistle.
Yeah, that sounded weird. Sounded
and
weird.
I said, what? He goes, at the end of whistles, I want to make a proposition.
Okay. Okay,
You said it like that.
And
Okay.
do you want to do it at the end of whistles or after whistles?
I mean, we could do it whenever. It's whatever you want, man.
Okay.
It's whatever you want,
At
man.
the end of whistles, we'll do it.
Proposition.
I'm Reed. Okay.
So what are we going to do?
At the end of whistles.
Nice.
Okay.
Coming up a little bit, dorm dudes that I go and do all the breaks with from TikTok in studio. Then we go to our talk with Florida State men's basketball coach Leonard Hamilton and 2 guards, Darren Green Jr. and Tom House. But the reason that we are here, for the most part, is I thought we had to come on and talk about all the big moves yesterday in the NFL, especially because when we went off, there were no moves. And then as soon as we went off, it was like bam, bam, bam. So let's start running backs first. Former Packers running back Aaron Jones signed a 1-year deal with the Vikings. Pretty cool. 1-year
Yeah.
deals are a
You
little...
got music?
Yeah, this is called free agent music.
Nice.
Yeah. And Aaron Jones is good.
Yeah.
1-year deal, though. I think we're also seeing the
Running
turn
backs.
back to running backs mattering a little bit more. It's very trendy.
Yeah, it's weird how many signed yesterday or made new deals, traded, whatever.
Austin Eckler signed a 2-year deal with Washington.
Oh, I thought he was coming to the Cowboys.
The thing about Eckler, I think he's getting a little older, too.
Have you seen that film of him? He doesn't look very fast.
And the thing about Eckler, too, great pass catcher.
Yeah.
And that's what he did in San Diego. A fantasy beast, too, because if you're in a PPR league. Brian Robinson Jr.'s in Washington. He's good. So I wonder who's going to be the one there. Do you think it's still Robinson and Eckler is
Maybe like a third down kind of guy.
maybe?
Yeah, because they lost what's his name to the Patriots?
Which guy?
Antonio
Antonio?
Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's their pass catcher guy.
Josh Jacobs signed a 4-year deal with the Packers, which Josh Jacobs is legit.
Yeah.
He just wasn't so legit because he played on the Raiders. That's why he wasn't producing.
Yeah, he'll be.
Yeah,
that was surprising too.
That should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley signs a 3-year deal with the Eagles.
It's over.
He made some money.
It's over.
What is?
The Eagles. I mean, the NFC East. It's over. I mean, the Eagles are going to dominate. They're going to be so good.
He has been injured a lot in his career, although not the last 2 years
Last
because
2
he was both
seasons,
playing
he's
for
been good.
contract. Yeah, but he signed financially a really good deal, and then I saw where maybe Tiki Barber was like, "You're dead to us," and he's like, "Bro, what did you want me to do?" Like I played in 1-year deals the last 2. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
kind of stupid. It's
That was
easy to say
dumb.
that it was.
Yeah.
because it's business. If anybody knows that, it's other players.
Right.
Tony Pollard signs a 3-year deal with the Titans
He's coming here.
to be kind of that number 1.5 back. Not the 1, but more than a number 2.
If Henry leaves,
He will.
Henry's
which
gonna
he
be
will.
gone. Yeah.
So he should be the number 1.
No, Spears will be the number 1 back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Pollard is I think we saw even with the Cowboys,
Shouldn't
not-
be a number
he's not
1.
big enough to have to be durable
Dude, we saw him in
However,
person.
dude,
That boy was big.
When we saw him in person, he was ginormous,
in person.
and I was shocked.
But compared to the other people,
yeah, but we saw Zeke in person too, and I mean that kind of just looked normal. He's stocky, but he's not as big as Tony Pollard was. Shocked by that,
Mike, would you give? I think these guys are seeing weird things. 'Cause I
bro.
was
Did
there
we
too.
not see it?
Well, I didn't go with you guys when you went and saw
You just give me
Zeke.
their heights and weights.
I saw Tony Pollard in person.
I see Tony Pollard
He
all the
was a
time
beast.
on TV, and
I was gonna say,
he is
where?
not that big.
He
compared to
doesn't
the
look
other
like on
guys.
Doesn't,
TV.
dude. He doesn't.
But in person, we saw him next to Micah Parsons.
Yeah, exactly. Micah Parsons.
Here we go.
They're basically the same. Both 6 foot. Tony Pollard's 209. Zeke is 225.
Boom.
So okay, there's an extra 12, 13
And that's
pounds.
what I said. A little more husky, but I mean,
Zeke's got a big
Well,
head.
the Husky's a big part of it.
But I mean,
it's not height when you're a running back.
But I mean, he wasn't scrawny. On TV,
Nobody thinks he's
Tony
scrawny.
Pollard looks shorter,
Small.
and fast. Maybe because he's so fast.
No.
He looked taller than 6 foot, didn't he?
He did, man.
I mean, he had a helmet on, I guess. But.
DeAndre Swift
Red cleats.
signed a 3-year deal with the Bears. The Bears needed a running back. You know, they were doing running back by committee, basically.
Yeah.
Whomever wasn't injured. So Swift goes over to the Bears. Quarterback side, the big story was Kirk Cousins, a 4-year deal with the Falcons.
Big one.
Big money.
Good.
What?
I don't know. I mean, I've always liked Cousins, don't get me wrong, but when you really look at it, you're like, dang, he's done really well financially.
Yeah.
And nothing to really prove for it.
If he makes it all 4 years of this deal, he'll have made almost $500 million, $500 million.
Got a good
One
agent.
playoff win. Sam Darnold, a 1-year deal with Minnesota. Is that to be a gap quarterback? Are they still going to possibly trade for somebody else? I don't know the answer to that. They don't have a quarterback. Is it just in case they don't get somebody else? It's not like they have a high draft pick either.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that Darnold, even in their mind, is a solution. But if they're going to pay Justin Jefferson all the money, which they should, somebody's got to get him the ball. And he also has a window of how many years he can be great. So that's an interesting
Yeah, now what do they
It's an
do?
interesting signing. I know.
It's almost like an insurance, like he's out there, let's grab him right now.
Yeah. Jacoby Brissett with the Patriots.
Let's go. He's back.
But he'll be a backup for probably to whomever they draft.
They draft.
Yeah.
Or they'll battle it out in camp and Jacoby starts week
Okay,
1
that
through
could be
4.
fine, too.
Yeah.
That's also fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bringing him in to be the guy that helps their next guy.
Got the knowledge.
But doesn't that tell you a bit as a Patriots fan that they're probably not going to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. now?
Yeah.
That solidifies what they're not going to do because you thought possibly they could get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they go out there. Well, as of right now, they're supposed to be strong getters for Calvin Ridley, maybe. So, especially if they go out and get him. They brought back Kendrick Bourne.
They may have good receivers now that Belichick's gone. They might, all of a sudden they're picking up good receivers.
I know.
They're all not white.
But I will say all the guys they re-signed are
Those are the
Belichick
slots,
guys.
dude. Those are the
I know,
slots.
other than Randy Moss, it's like
Wes
a
Welker.
bunch of white guys across the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The
Edelman.
documentary, they're all white guys.
Yeah,
when you watch the documentary.
Gardner Minshew, a 2-year deal with the Raiders.
Let's go.
Which is cool for him, especially because they expect him to play. However, there's now talk about Justin Fields maybe ending up with the Raiders.
Ooh.
If that's the case, Fields is probably the guy. But if not, Gardner Minshew is a good. He made the Pro Bowl. Also, that's the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
But good for Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, even
Gets
as a
another
solid
shot.
backup, he'd be a good backup.
Gabe Davis signed a 3-year deal with the Jaguars, wide receiver. Michael Pittman Jr. staying with the Colts for 3 years. Kendrick Bourne signed a 3-year deal to stay with the Patriots. How do you feel about that?
I like him. He's he's coming off an ACL. That's what sucks, but he's a favorite.
Aren't they all?
Yeah.
I mean, I am.
Well,
Coming off of
Just from
ACLs.
yesterday. I
Yeah.
failed twice working out. Eddie and I were
You
working
did.
out. I jumped up on the stairs, wiped out. Then we're running
The
sprints.
regular stairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then
fell
we
on stairs?
Well, I just slipped and then we were running sprints on the treadmill, and you run, and then you have to jump off. You have to
You
put
even
your
bring
feet
a
on the
treadmill?
sides.
Yeah.
Huh?
he brings a treadmill,
it's already
or do you
on.
have
I
that?
have
Oh,
it,
you
yeah.
have that.
I have
I was
it.
like,
In his
dang,
truck.
Cliff.
And I own stairs at the
Do you
house.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I fell off the side of the treadmill too. I don't know if I'm also coming off an ACL.
Dude, he worried me. It was like
Oh, no, yeah, it was
Papa
weird.
fell
It was
a couple
weird.
times. Like, you
Really?
good, dude?
Yeah, I sucked it up though.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I show up.
I get it.
I show up. I show out.
What?
Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Defensive line, on defense, just in general. Leonard Williams signs a 3-year deal with the Seahawks. Brian Burns was traded to the Giants, and I thought the Panthers didn't get much. I mean, they got a 3rd-round pick, I think.
Saying,
Was it a 3rd or a 2nd?
I think second.
Another trade they made, then I must be thinking about the McCaffrey trade. No, I bet there was a 3rd. I don't know. You tell me. But either way, I thought, wow, Brian Burns is awesome. We saw him at camp this last year.
I mean, he's a beast.
He's probably the top 3 defensive end. And not only that, it's like, what the Panthers get? Not much.
Yeah, it was a 2nd-round pick. But you see last year, I can't remember who it was, offered him 2 first-rounders, and they said
For
no.
Burns?
And now they just got a 2nd-rounder.
Dang. Murphy Bunting, Bucks Lions. It does a trade. Who cares? Christian Wilkins from Miami signs a deal with the Raiders. Chris Jones. This is a big one because they were wondering what was going to happen with him. Signed a 5-year extension with the Chiefs. Chris Jones, probably the best
yeah, he's the man.
defensive lineman, top 2 or 3, or at least like interior.
And he's their Pat Mahomes of their defense.
Yeah. I mean, easy.
I'm just
He
saying.
wouldn't go in the Hall of Fame right now.
Ooh, he's right
He
there.
wouldn't go in. He's not. He could be the leader, the best player on their defense. He's not the Pat Mahomes of their defense.
He's the anchor of their defense.
Okay, an anchor's fine, but he's not the Pat Mahomes is different than just the best player on a team. He's the best player in all of football.
But he's saying like
No,
in the Chiefs organization.
I understand what he's saying, but he's saying
Like-
it's stupid what he's saying.
Like-
You need to shut up.
Like Devin McCourty
not-
was the defense of Tom Brady, but he was no Tom Brady.
No, he's not.
He
the
held
defensive
that glue together. He was the glue
Okay, if
guy,
you want
as
to
they say.
he was the guy, the leader of the defense.
Yeah.
Just like Patrick Mahomes is the leader of the defense, fine. But he's not the Patrick Mahomes of the defense. There is not another Patrick Mahomes of offense or defense anywhere in the NFL.
I see both sides.
Because he's the
I see
absolute
what you're
best. He's a
saying.
pinnacle.
I didn't know that was going to trigger you like that.
Because
He's
it's
pissed.
stupid like your face. But yeah, big day yesterday.
Yeah.
Thought that was enough to come back on here. 25 Whistles presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use the code BobbySports to get in on the action. You knuckleheads went 0 for 3 in the Whistles parlay last time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this one if you guys are cool with
Okay, go ahead. See if you can get at least one.
it. I'm going to go Bucks money line at the Kings. I'm going to go Thunder -6.5 in Oklahoma City versus the Pacers.
Our Pacers?
Ooh, our Pacers?
Yeah, I'm a Thunder fan though.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're Pacers.
I am. I'm also a Pacers fan. But I'm a Thunder fan.
Man, those shorts that they gave us, I cannot
They're
say
the
it enough.
best.
They're so comfortable.
Oh, yo, they give us like the NBA stuff.
They have like the mouthpiece holder inside.
And the Thunder wouldn't even let us come.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
what
it's
that little
true.
pocket is?
I think so.
That's cool.
Oh, I put
I've been putting my whistle in
Pogs
there.
in there.
Yeah, I thought it was for candy.
Your paws.
Pogs.
Oh, your paws.
Remember Pogs?
Yes.
Those little circle
Yeah.
things you bounce.
Talking about collectibles.
Yeah. And then finally, I'll take. Man, I don't know. They've changed the rules in the NBA that on the defensive rules since All-Star break, which these guys aren't scoring a ton of points anymore because the refs are letting them play physical. And I think it's because of all those 70-point games, 60-point games, 60-point game, and it was already out of control. So some of these lines are kind of. I'm just gonna go Celtics money line at Jazz.
Okay.
Celtics and Bucks money line, and Thunder -6.5 in Oklahoma City versus the Pacers. Oh yeah, bank that
Bank it.
into your Smile book.
Straight to the bank.
Take straight to the Smile bank.
Straight
Put in your mouthpiece
Collect your
pocket.
smiles.
What?
If you want to take the 25 Whistles parlay, check out DraftKings Sportsbook. New users use the code BobbySports when you download the app. 21 and up in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Okay, got a big one here because the dorm dudes
Yeah.
in studio.
You know what they look like? Did they show their faces on their breaks?
Yes.
Okay.
They do a little circle, and you see their face, but we need their names, and I tell them this. Why? What do they look like?
What do you mean? No, I've seen some breaks where you just
Oh,
see
you
their
mean like
hands.
what they look like?
Yeah, their faces.
Oh, I knew what they look like, but I didn't know which one was which.
I thought you were going to like compare them to
Me
something.
too.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what they look like?
No.
They look like-
I don't do that.
They look like the dorm dudes.
the guys from TikTok that host the breaks, the dorm dudes. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I have now, my new fascination, Reed's new fascination, can't get enough. It's because of the dorm dudes. We talk about how the whole idea started, their favorite thing they've unboxed. There's a controversy. I couldn't stop thinking about it yesterday. I don't want to say what it is, but when they were like, we opened this certain thing, and then we were like, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been so pissed if I'd have been the other one. And I will let you guys hear it without, but if I'd have been on the other side of it, I'd have been so pissed. Because that was worth so much money.
Yeah.
So we talk about that, a whole bunch more. Super cool dudes. Got here early, very respectful.
Yeah.
Super
Usually I
cool.
think like college kids are gonna come and take a dump on the place. No, they
I mean, you picture little punk kids doing
yeah,
that.
no, they were awesome. And so they've built this. They're still in college too. You can follow them on TikTok at Dorm Dudes Break, and follow them, and you can get in the mix like we do.
Tell them Bobby Bones sent you.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, no, literally, when you get in that line, be like, I heard this on Five Bones.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, here they are, Dorm Dudes. Okay, so coming in studio now are the Dorm Dudes, who they are where I've spent a lot of my money. Come on in, guys.
These are your dudes.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, have a seat there
up,
with the
man?
mics. Throw some headphones on and grab a microphone. I was gonna check and see if you guys were online right now, not YouTube, but
Yeah, we're kind of battling an issue right now.
yeah. But the TikTok shop has shut me down. But it's not. I'm not in like got in trouble because I called my bank. and I called my credit card company, and I was like, why won't it let me play?
They're protecting you?
It just says use a different transaction method. Dude, I have like 13 transaction methods now. None of them work. Are you guys dealing with some sort of TikTok shop issue?
Well, we have a lot of customers that kind of experience the same thing you were, and it has to do with the products being delivered. So if you order a bunch of products on like one day, and then
I do that. I get a lot of orders.
yes. So if you have like 15 outstanding orders, as soon as they get delivered, sometimes it'll open up your account again.
Well, let's just see if I can order. Let's just see if I can get in one of these breaks. By the way, which one of you is Zach?
I'm Zach.
Hey, Zach. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well.
What's up, Zach?
And then Shane. Cool. Okay, let's see if I can get on. I'm Bobby. Eddie.
So who's breaking right now?
Well, let me see if they're even online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because really, if they're not on,
Right.
every once in a while I'll get in a different one. But I got robbed once at a different place because I know I got a black Jamar Chase jersey, and they sent me a custom orange one.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, and I don't know you guys. Like, we never met or anything. They felt like the most honest ones. Do you know how much money I've spent with you?
A lot. We appreciate
Do you,
it.
I mean,
We have an idea.
You do have an idea?
We can't see the like actual numbers, but we.
What
can
do you
just
think? I know how much it is because I called my accountant beforehand. How much money do you think I've spent with you guys? You can say it. Whatever you think.
If I'm gonna take a guess, I'd probably say 5.
Oh, way more.
More than $5,000?
Oh yeah, way more. I'll write it down.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you're also breaking with, Ellison in Virginia, Zach sometimes.
Yeah.
AJ
Oh, you
sometimes.
guys are all in different places.
Oh yeah,
some of us.
This is how much that I have spent with just you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you made your money back. I see you guys.
No, definitely not.
Hey, was
But
that more than 5? Is that more than 5?
More than 5?
yeah, it's a lot more than
A little
5.
more than 5?
But I'm also doing like a docu-series on what is the world of breaks, which is I think is so interesting, and there's an entire culture of it, which is why I set aside a budget before I even. At first, I didn't. At first, I was like, "This is awesome," but then I said, "Man, there are so many people," and I've got like this friend group on TikTok that just does breaks, and we like trade stuff. And my vet got mad because I had a Mike Vick jersey, so I traded it for something, and so. I was like, man, this culture is so cool with the memorabilia culture as well. So we're doing a docu-series on it, but that's how much I've spent. I had that number up front that I was going to spend, and I've spent all of that with you, and I spent a couple other $1,000 with other places.
Yeah,
so
it's a
congratulations
fairly-
on your new car from me.
It's a fairly new. Yeah.
So again, I'm going to go see if they're breaking right now.
Unfortunately, we're not on right now.
Oh, boo. Well, because they're right here.
Yeah.
We're dealing with something right now, but
Yeah.
Wait.
we'll handle that here soon.
Like legal?
Yeah, what's going on?
No.
Nothing legal, but
Did you they break the wrong thing?
No. So what happens is TikTok has a lot of AI like monitoring.
Oh, they take you down?
Yeah. So, but we're lucky we have some good connections within TikTok, and they're working on getting that fixed right now. I was hoping they'd have it fixed by the show, but
So, okay, we reached out to you guys, which is how we initially made this relationship here, is that I thought it'd be fun for us to do like a couple boxes and do our own breaks. And mostly it was because I was shooting this series, right? I just didn't want to say that yet. And you guys were super cool. Zach was super cool. And you're like, here's how you do it. And I was like, dang, that's really cool that Zach would be like, here's how you do what we do. And then you even said to us, TikTok doesn't allow gambling, so you have to position it in a way that it's not gambling.
Yes.
What can you say about that? Because it does feel a bit like gambling. However, everybody gets something at Dorm Dudes. Look at all these cards I got.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Is that how you get around it?
yeah. So everybody has to receive something. And when I first started this out, some of the connections we made at TikTok I didn't have.
Bring the mic a little closer.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're good.
And when I first started out, I actually got a call from one of the guys at TikTok, and I looked over at my girlfriend, and I'm like, I'm going to jail. And they actually told me they have a bunch of lawyers that have looked into it and stuff like that. And as long as everybody gets something, then it's
So
not-
why they shut you down right now then?
So right now, it was just the AI that picked up on so the serial number breaks that you bought in on the cards.
Yeah, I love those. Those are
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I like those a lot too. The leaf releases are very cool. But so they see the numbers and they think instantly that it's a game of chance, but they don't realize that everybody's getting something. So we just have to reach out and be like, listen, there's 10 cards in the box, and usually almost everybody hits when there's the 10 cards in the box. But if they don't,
You send
them
them.
a pack or a card or something like
Hey, AI, look, I got some right here.
that. Yeah, there you go.
Listen. Yeah. So explain, like I'm 5, what you guys do on the Dorm Dudes TikTok account. For someone listening that has no idea what a break is or what we're talking about, if I'm flipping through TikTok, I come upon some guys opening boxes. What are you doing?
Okay, so basically on the stream, so you can if you're a fan of a team, we do team breaks, or if you just want to get into a division, so you'd have a few more opportunities to hit, you could do that as well. But say you're a Steelers fan, just like that helmet up there, you could buy the Steelers in a 3 helmet break. We open up 3 helmets, and if one of the helmets in the boxes is a Steelers helmet, you would get it. If not, you would get a card, just like we talked about.
So if you buy the Steelers, though, and you open 3 helmets and none of them are Steelers, you don't get a helmet, you get the card.
That's correct. That is correct.
And I know that, just making sure.
Yes,
Of course you know that.
You've done that before?
Oh, dude, look at all my cards I got here. I got a ton of cards. So, Zach, why did you start doing breaks, and have you made a ton of money doing it?
Well, to be honest with you, when I first started, I was just like how you started. I was a buyer. So there was a couple other guys on TikTok that I would buy into, but they would only do like bigger breaks with a bunch of cards. So they would have like 1 jersey and then like 9 card boxes, like boxes of expensive cards, like $300 a box. And it would always be like $200 for a team. And I would, buy into a couple. I was a college student, so obviously I didn't have a ton of money. But I would always hit a bunch of cards. And I was like, well, I'm really only buying into this for the memorabilia. So I thought to myself, I was like, what if we just strictly did memorabilia breaks and then did a little bit of cards like as we got bigger? So that's kind of where I got the idea. And I always saw people in the comment sections, and they were like, is there any cheaper options? And the guy that was breaking, he's like, no, there's no money to be made there. So I was like, I think we could do this with just like a couple items instead of like 10. And that's kind of how it started. I was looking for a way to pay for my school and have some fun with my friends. And hey, it worked out.
And so, dorm dudes, was it literally, and Shane, I'll ask you this, were you living in a dorm?
Yes,
And then did Zach come to you and say, hey, man, we're going to jail. We can go to jail for this. However,
I told him, I was like, hey, man, you go down, I'm going down too.
Yeah.
We all live in the same fraternity house. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's small Division II.
where'd you guys, or are you guys still in school?
Yes. Yeah.
You're still in school now.
I had to email my professor actually
Nice.
just like 10 minutes ago. Forgot.
Give me a call. Let me make a video message
yeah.
he's literally here, man.
It's my accounting class. I think she'll be all right with it.
So you're still in school. Where? Do you want to say?
Ashland University.
In-
Ohio, small Division II in Ashland.
When you say Division II, that makes me feel like you're playing a sport. Do you guys play sports there?
I did quit football for this, but
wow.
I told my coaches.
You
like,
quit
hey,
football to be a dorm dude?
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, we capitalize on an opportunity like this. My coaches understood. I mean, I was a kicker, so I mean,
Oh, it's important.
I'm hoping to go back here soon once we can work out something.
I mean, like, dorm dude wants to come back? Yeah, suck it. That's what I'd say. Why don't you go sell your fancy little memorabilia?
yeah. I got around campus, it's getting bigger. People are starting to notice and ask us questions and stuff like that, which is really cool. And we're open to talking to anybody about it, and they're really interested in it. And this is still a fairly new business model as well. So who knows where this is going to go in 5 years? So
What about, Zach, with these boxes? I know all the little terms now because I'm on it so much, but like there are boxes that say like, just break it. And it's like a black box.
Yeah.
And there's a gold box. So who puts the boxes together? And was that already happening before you guys started breaking them on the stream?
So yeah, we work with a couple suppliers in Florida, and they put the boxes together. And when you reached out to us and we're asking about the Cowboys memorabilia, I was really upset because I was hoping to get you something cool Cowboys, but we truly do have no idea what's in the boxes, and that's for to protect the supplier and us as well, because if they told us what was in them, some people, just like you found on TikTok, there's dishonest people out there who would be tempted to take out the big hits, but. Before,
did these boxes exist before you asked for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we started breaking, they were making the boxes, and I'm not really sure what all they were going towards because there wasn't a lot of breakers. But I remember when I first started, I would order on a Tuesday, and it would ship out on a Tuesday. Now you order on a Tuesday, and 3 Tuesdays from now it ships out.
Really?
Wow.
So they've definitely built up, and there's a lot of items that get back ordered. Like we've been waiting on those helmets for 3
Like the
weeks.
goldies?
Oh, the goldies actually aren't on back order. We got some of those in today.
Y'all using their terms.
I'm always waiting for the goldies. Or the J. It depends. Like I like whenever that you can bust a helmet and you got a black bag.
Yeah.
Because the difference is you get a clear bag. At first I didn't know. I was just like, it's a jersey. But if I get a clear bag now, I'm like, that sucks. Because it's not an authentic. The
Yeah.
clear bag is a custom, but also the word custom makes you think like custom, but it's not. It's like they made it a little crappier because they didn't want to pay for the to have the right for the logo. Still cool if you frame it backward because you don't know the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and it's autographed. It's a legit autograph. But the black bags, you get one of those. It's authentic. I've only got like 2. I got a Jalen Waddle black bag, which was cool from you guys. When you guys weren't on once, I got a Peyton Manning black bag. It's like $1,000. It's freaking legit. That's about the only black bags I've gotten though. But I like the JBIs. Aren't they black bag? Or is it Goldie? Black bag, helmet, and small helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold boxes are like the highest tier they make. So it's an authentic helmet with like the air up pads and everything in it, and then it's the black bag jersey, and then a big hit on the mini helmet. It's supposed to be 2 quarterbacks out of every 3 items in the box.
And so when you pull something really cool, like a Brady or a Mahomes, a little bit, you're like, this is freaking awesome because we can show off how big the breaks are that we do. But a little bit too, you're like, God, I wish I could have that. That's what I would be like.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
To act excited.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I just spent $800 on a Ben Roethlisberger jersey. This guy ripped it, or Richie ripped it actually, and I just had to message the guy. I'm like, dude, I need that. Like, you don't see like.
wait, you paid him who won $800 for the jersey?
Yeah. So sometimes they'll direct message our account, like because me and Richie are avid Steelers fans.
Yeah.
So
I have 2
people know.
Steelers helmets. I'll sell them to you both.
Yeah.
For one. I'll sell them to you both for this amount of money right here.
People know though. They know that we're Steelers fans. So some of them aren't, obviously, if they're buying the AFC North. Which I also heard you say you're not doing the breaks anymore. But I think you're gonna like these new helmets we got.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm back. I was trying to get. I was asking about Cowboy stuff because the only stuff that I ever got was stuff I won. Like, you know, like you said, you definitely didn't know, or you'd have been like, I'll help you out. The only Cowboy stuff that I won is I won the Dak jersey that you've seen.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was in my house.
Nah, you were hiding it from me. I haven't seen it
It
yet.
was literally in the pile in my house.
I think that you hid it from me because you think I'd steal it.
I got a Diggs Cowboy jersey. Both were customs, and I have this CD Lamb mini helmet.
Beautiful.
But I
and
literally,
boys, he puts it right there in front of me so I can
Yeah.
see it every day.
I literally was asking so they could help me so we could get something for your birthday. But they were so honest of guys. They were like, we wish we could. We just aren't going to get in the box and cheat.
Okay, then that's good. I have a question though about that. Like, so, but do you see trends like when you do get a shipment? Like, you know, there are more Miami Dolphins in this shipment.
Dolphins
than
are freaking
normal.
everywhere, man. Yeah.
Oh, good.
We'll try to adjust the prices too if we see that. Like if we see a lot of Dolphins, obviously the price will increase. If we're not seeing, you know, Colts, for example, we'll decrease the price because the buyers know that as well because they're breaking with 5 other people that are getting the same shipments that we are. You know what I mean? So I mean,
But you don't know how many. Let's say if you get 50 boxes, you don't know that 12 are this, 8 are. It's just all blind as to that.
It's all random.
Yeah, and the company doesn't like some companies will do like a hits list and tell you like, okay, we sent you 100 jerseys. There's 1 Brady in here. There's 5 Jalen Waddles or whatever. But the company we work with, and I'm glad they don't do this actually, is they get new things in so fast. So like for example, say CJ Stroud has a big game, they're going to get his jerseys in the next week. So they don't adjust that hit list each week. So you know you never know what's going to be in there. They get new players in there so much.
Yeah,
It's
every
better
time.
too that you don't know that because if it were down to like the last 3 and you still knew that Mahomes hadn't hit, you could just buy the 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I would do.
Smart.
And you know we hype it up so much so we're like we know Mahomes is in here, we know Brady's in here. And if it just disappeared, obviously the buyers would know. That's why we keep a lot of stuff on the screen because a lot of other breakers, they won't put stuff on the screen. They'll just exchange the jersey or something like that, something real greasy.
Have you seen shadiness? Do you know of? I'm not going to ask you any names. Do you know of specific shady accounts? Because I do.
Yeah.
Because I know I got a Jamar Chase black freaking custom or authentic, and it came orange and custom.
I mean, we'll have people come in our stream under like weird names, like random names, and just shit on us completely. It's
Oh,
like,
but they're trying to
Yeah.
take you down.
yeah,
for
it's
them.
weird. It's like, I mean, we'll have like, you know, for example, a big breaker, Nodak, come in, and we'll just like hype them up, you know, because we just want to, you know, share the love. You
Sure.
know, we don't understand why there's like animosity.
What
Yeah.
about people knowing what's in the box? Do you think people can secretly? Do you think they ever secretly cut like the bottom and take a look?
Well, so if you look at any of the boxes we've sent, so the company we get it from, you know, they tape it on the box and on the top and the bottom. So if you ever get a box and the bottom's open, then you may be a little suspicious. But all the
That's good to
boxes
know.
we sent out, it's the tape directly from the company. You know, the bottom obviously is not cut. The top is because we have to open it on the stream. But you can tell they have like the tamper evident thing on the bottom.
Did you feel an influx whenever I started to talk about it, like an actual? Okay, well, there are a lot of people here that heard it on whatever.
Absolutely, man.
Because I do like 3 shows. I talk about it on every show.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Did
And
you?
we want to thank you for
Oh, yeah,
real,
you're welcome.
'cause it's been amazing.
Did you actually see a lot of people come in saying, "Hey, I heard this on the Bobby Bone Show"?
Absolutely.
Where we see it the most is one person will get in and they'll be like, "Hey, I heard you guys on the Bobby Bone Show," and then it's like the comments just start.
Oh, as soon as
flooding.
one says it?
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
50
cool.
people. I'm here from Bobby too. I'm here from Bobby too.
Well, because I literally love it. I can't get enough of it. I mean, there's really if I was like, oh, you got to check this account out, and it felt like a commercial, but like you guys haven't paid me. Actually, I've paid you. I paid them this much. But it's the most fun. We would do breaks live on the air. Like we would just turn it on And
I don't know if it was fun for everyone else, but we had a blast doing it.
it was
yeah.
We would be working out when I first discovered it, and in my gym, we have a gym at my house, and I have a big screen, and I would turn the brake on while we're working out with my trainer, and we would just I would buy it and we'd keep it and work out and watch it the whole time.
It made the workout fly by, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
But what's cool about you guys though is the name Dorm Dudes. Like that sticks and it's easy. Like you mentioned a big famous breaker a second ago. I don't remember what that was, and you said it like 2 minutes ago. Dorm Dudes sticks, dude, and that's awesome. Like that's huge for you guys.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it, and that strictly came because like we said, we started in a dorm, and then we got kicked out of the dorm, but that's where it started. So,
do you guys have who all is breaking? There's one guy I like. This would be my recommendation. Who needs my recommendation? But you should put your names up, like a name tag on the main screen, so we can know who we're like with, and we like form this relationship with, even though we don't know you. We're like, oh, Zach's on. Like that would be the thing, because I never know. There's only the one dude with the beard sometimes when I get on. He's kind of like a big dude with a beard.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't even know his name though. That's the thing.
Yeah, Ryan Kearns. We call him Kern. Wow.
I would put names up. That way we just have it again takes this connection we have to a different level. It's like my favorite dorm dude is Zach.
Yeah.
And then Eddie's like, he's nothing compared to Shane.
I like Shane.
Shane's my dude.
Wait till you guys see the trading cards. They're coming out here soon.
Why is your name on them? Are they about you?
One of one, Zach Baylor.
Yeah, that's what I want. I have, and so I started to do memorabilia myself. And so I got Kenny Chesney to sign 4 life jackets.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm trying to do is start my own memorabilia line. Check this out. A Funko of me.
That is awesome.
0 of 0. I haven't even signed it yet.
Yeah.
0.
Got a whole thing going. Zach, have you done pretty good?
Yeah, it's definitely helped me pay for my school and my friends as well, which is what I'm most thankful for. I'm a very like family and
Same with me. All these are my friends from years and years. Eddie and I have been best friends for
Forever, man.
like, how long have we worked together though?
I mean, we've worked together for
Like 12?
I'd say like 16 years, man.
Oh, we did before. Yeah, so, and like the other guys, Amy and Lunchbox, I've been with them for 18, 19 years. So very much that same element. And so for you to do that is pretty cool. Okay. Is this your only job is this, right?
Yeah.
I know you have an office too. You moved and you have your own. So you must be doing good enough that you need your own space now.
That's cool.
well,
Tell them.
yeah, that's kind of a funny story to be honest with you. We would have stayed in the dorm, but about a month ago, the residence life coordinator came on. We were actually live, and they gave us a little knock on the door. And everybody in the house knows not to like mess with the.
No, you're good. I was talking to him,
Oh, okay.
the producer. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows kind of not to mess with the door when we're streaming. So we kind of open it up, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?"
Running a business.
Yeah, and we were like, we're actually live right now with 150 people watching us. And she was like, no, that's not going to fly. So luckily,
Sucks.
luckily I had made a lot of connections with the business office at the school, and they're like, oh, we don't want you guys to like stop. Like, this is awesome. And they had been telling a bunch of people who were like thinking about coming about it. So they had an extra like building, and they're like, you guys can use this as an office.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we
pay,
rent that
you
for-
pay, yeah, but probably not as much as you'd pay for like a legit place.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Can I invest in Dorm Dudes?
Yeah, we could probably talk about that.
Because with investment would be, I mean, I just talk about crap. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Promote.
be awesome. Because we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for like a little bit, and then ours is. But also, we're gonna get kicked off. Like you guys have a real account, and you got kicked off. We'll get kicked off in 1 minute because mine's gonna say, "Let's gamble." Here's a couple clips of me winning in the last few days. Mike, we hit one of those.
Here we go. And on the buyback,
Who is this,
we
by the way?
have Bo Jackson, 13 of 25. 13, that belongs to Mr. Bobby Bone Card Auto. Wow, Mr. Bobby Bones, congratulations, man. 1985. Wow. Heisman Hero 1985. I think it's a 1991 card. Bobby Bones, congratulations, man. If Mr. Bobby Bones can trust us, so can you guys.
That's right.
there you
'cause I won. I didn't even know these dudes.
That's the catchphrase.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was sampling everybody.
Yeah, get
we
that
have another one,
patented.
Mike.
Yep.
Here you go.
Feels like a Funko Pop, guys. Feels like a Funko Pop. Let's see who we have. Let's see what we got, guys. Stephon Diggs there for the Bills. That is a sweet hit right there. Stephon Diggs for those Buffalo Bills. That's the AFC East. That's going to Mr. Bobby Bone.
Who was that?
Who was that?
That's Ellison. He's in Virginia, actually, and he graduated last year. So he went out to get a job, and I actually called him, and I was like, hey, I think I have a little bit better of an opportunity here for you, less hours and everything. And
So you can pay him a salary that he was going to make on his job?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's amazing, man.
Technically, we're subcontractors.
Sure.
So I can write off stuff. I can do different
No, I
things.
get
We're
it.
not technically employees.
Amen. I get it. That's what I'm doing. You don't think I'm writing this crap off for my documentary series?
Good job, guys. That's awesome.
Dude, that is wild. Yeah, congratulations, guys. It really is cool what you've been able to do, and that I even noticed the brand of it. Because you flip around, once you like one, they just send you 100 of them.
Yeah.
But again, I've sampled most of them, and it just isn't as good. It doesn't feel as honest. You've been super cool to me. They sent a bag up for us to open once.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was awesome. We were all hype in the back room. And,
Yeah, it was cool.
I wish it would have been a better hit for you, though.
Me too. But that's always the case.
Hey, do you guys think that Bobby's just the luckiest dude ever?
No, look how much money
I really.
Honestly, when he gets on there, I hope he hits every time because I know he's going to talk about it.
That's
on
right.
there. Yeah.
That's good business. But he can't even help me because I tried. Like, help me out with some cowboy, just even if you have any. And he's like,
Couldn't do it.
He's like, I wish I could, but I can't. And I know that sucked to say, but it was the most honest answer that I could have got that
Yeah.
made me actually feel good about working with you guys just spending money like everybody else. All right. Well, I don't even know. What's your favorite thing you've unboxed? Except
There we go.
you can't do personal Pittsburgh items. It has to be something that's not your favorite team. And then we'll do favorite team, but something you open and you were like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
I'll probably say I ripped a couple actually out of the black Just Break It's. The Salute to Service Buccaneers Tom Brady helmets are just sick.
Full size?
Full size. I love those things. And they're in the black Just Break It's. People sleep on the black.
And then what do you think that could go for if you listed it on eBay?
3,000-4,000 maybe.
Wow.
And somebody paid like $90 for it.
Yeah. And what about you? Favorite break?
So my favorite hit, it was a Tom Brady helmet, but it was split. $50.
I
half
saw that on
Patriots.
your TikTok.
Damn.
Yeah. So, that helmet goes for some big money.
I saw that
But-
on like their feed, not even their live. Like I follow them, so it's like on their. They posted it on their feed.
Yeah, but the problem with that helmet is who does it go to?
You're right.
We've had a lot of issues with that.
That
Oh,
was
man.
a nightmare.
What did you do?
So we had to.
Because let me explain. If it was a division one, and let's say you picked the AFC East, okay, that's the Patriots, but the NFC South is the Bucks.
Exactly.
Or if you just picked the Patriots and it was a team,
That's easy. You split the helmet in half. Chainsaw.
what did you do?
So we can't call it this on a live, but it's a randomizer. Like you just go on randomizer.org, and we put in both team names. That was the only way we could do it. And a lot of people in the comments are like, "Well, it should go to the team he played for longest. It should go to the
Oh, you
Bucs."
could have done it anyway. Yeah.
That's what we
Or
said.
the name or the side that he signed on, which we can't do because one time we had a sign right on the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like,
So did you guys have to create any rules because of that? Because you learned a lesson there?
Yes.
just got to stay consistent.
Yeah. And what's the rule on that?
We always do the name picker, the randomizer.
Do you just do it once?
3 times.
Do you show the randomizer?
We show the result, but that's another thing with TikTok. That's what can get you caught because they think it's gambling when they see the randomizer.
So where did it go?
What'd you say?
Where did it
Where
go?
Yeah, who got it?
We
What
got
team?
Patriots or the Bucks?
I think that one went to the Patriots, and a lot of people were actually happy about that because there was like 30 people in there arguing about how he played for the Patriots longer. It should go to there.
I would just cut the stream and never go back. On that one, I just retire, keep the helmet. One that I hit last week when you guys weren't on, I hit a authentic Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning, and John Elway Super Bowl helmet, both of them. And as soon as I bought it, somebody offered me $3,500 for it. As soon as I bought it in my DMs. So I was like, well, let me go see what it's worth. And I couldn't find another exact one of that, but I found one, the exact helmet was like just Peyton Manning. It was going for $2,000. So $3,500 is probably pretty fair. I mean, you
Yeah.
can probably get it for whatever. But when you get those crazy ones like that, do they sign 100 of those? Or some of that, sometimes is it like there's only 5 that exist? And why would that company put those really cool ones in a box and not just sell them straight up? Do you even know the answer? I don't even know the answer to that.
I mean, there's got to be hits in it. You know what I mean? There's got to be hits in it for people to want to get it. I
Sure.
mean, nobody's going to, if there's no Tom Brady in it, people aren't going to, look for Tom Brady. at
Yeah.
all. So I think that has a big deal with it.
I know there's some. So there's a Tom Brady salute to service. It's actually I think it's a Speed Flex, exactly like the one you have sitting there.
Speed Flex would be a small one?
No, the Arkansas helmet there.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. But I know he numbered it. So he numbers each autograph like 1 of 25, 2 of 25. So but that's the only item I think I've seen like that, which obviously that adds to the value. But as you said, with the Peyton Manning, you have a hard time determining the value because there's not that many out there. And it's the same with the cards as well.
Well, they made me pay insurance on the shipping. It's the only time I've ever had to do that because the guy's like, I can't ship this. I'm not going to ship it normally because if it doesn't get there, that's a $4,000 helmet. So it was no money. It was like $20.
Yeah.
So I was happy to do it and we tracked it and everything. But he's like, if I just put this in the mail, I won't feel good about sending $4,000 in a helmet over. And I thought that was legit.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Do you ever worry about stuff not getting to people?
Absolutely. We ship out about 700 packages a day.
God,
That's amazing.
Yeah. So naturally, you have a few packages that don't get there. But the most frustrating part is we have people sometimes that'll message and be like, "Hey, my package never got here," but the tracking number will show that it was like delivered. On their front
They're
porch.
liars.
Yeah.
Or they got porch pirated.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
But that's not on you guys.
No, I mean sometimes it shows up like it'll say it delivered and then show up a day later. So a lot of people have that.
Do you
issue
know
as
when people are lying? Has there been certain people that have tried it multiple times?
Well, it's hard to tell. I had a guy the other day said his package didn't show up at 5, and then he was like, "Oh, I've been waiting 3 weeks on this and never showed up." And then he messaged back 2 hours later and it showed up after I told him I was going to investigate into it. So either a crazy coincidence happened and it got delivered, or something was going on there.
Have you thought about, because again, a lot of your revenue, income, even for your friends, depends on if TikTok doesn't take you down, right?
Yeah.
Have you thought about building this model out into a place where it's not completely reliant on the ownership of another entity?
well,
Because if not, let's go. I'm all part of it. Let's build it.
I mean, there's been stuff in the news about potentially TikTok getting banned and stuff like that, which we seen that a couple months ago. But there is another platform, the Fanatics Live. We work closely with Fanatics as well. So I mean, they shoot you viewers. They have, there's no randomizer stuff like that. But
Let's go.
yeah, TikTok's very successful because they throw a ton of viewers and they really help out with the shop.
Are you guys part of the Chinese government?
Good question.
Just Zach.
Just that. Okay. Just making sure. Well, listen, I'm a big fan of Dorm Dudes. Again, I've spent money with them. Never got anything for free, but I think that's what makes this the most honest part of. Well, no, they sent a bag up here. I'll be honest. That was free. Yeah. But I'm saying they didn't say we'll pay you to be on your show. We literally pursued them to have communication about how we could launch our own channel very briefly. And Zach was super cool, and I was like, dang, he's so cool. And we'd be doing the same thing, not competing because it's wide open space. But I thought that was super cool. And were you guys driving up from Florida?
Yeah, we actually have some suppliers in Florida that we meet with quite often, and then it was our spring break as well. So we hung out for a few days, kind of enjoyed the sun.
Nice.
Took a little break, and then a few of our guys are still back streaming. But
What's your favorite memorabilia that you have that is personal? So you're a Steeler fan?
It's probably my Ben Roethlisberger that I just got. Nike Vapor Elite. It's got the cuff sleeves and everything. Couple inscriptions on it. It's badass.
That's cool. What about you?
So how this actually started for me when I was a kid, I was always go to games, and I would buy $5 seats, Browns Stadium, because the Browns were not good, so seats were terribly cheap. And I would always go down to the very front row before the game and stand there by the locker room and try to get players to sign my stuff. So I actually got a game ball signed by Cam Chancellor when they were playing the Seahawks. And
That's cool.
That's probably my favorite item because that's kind of what started it for me. He signed it, tossed it to me, and I was like, wow.
This
That's
here,
cool.
We do a sports show where we travel around, and this last year we went to the Panthers, and again, the signature's not that good because we just had our own marker, and we stole their ball because we were on the field with them. And this is a Frank Reich
Bryce Young.
and Bryce Young ball.
Wow.
So, but again, we stole the ball because we were down there, and then we were like, "Hey, will you sign our ball?" And they were like, and so we were hanging out with. They signed it. So
What's that kind of ball called? It's not white. It's the
Duke.
the Duke.
The Duke.
I got the Duke. Brett Favre, straight, no white, signed. But then I just feel bad for people in Mississippi.
I know.
I wonder if he's signing extra now because he's in trouble.
He needs money now.
Yeah. So I've always liked merch and memorabilia, and this is I don't know anything about racing. I don't know if you guys know NASCAR. This
Joey
is Joey
Logano.
Logano.
That's
People
wow.
will come and hang out in our studio, and we'll just have them sign some stuff.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of Dolly and Chris Stapleton Funkos, and I know them both, so I'm just gonna have them sign a bunch of them.
Heck yeah.
Because you can't find signed ones. And then I'm just gonna donate all the money to charity that we
Yeah,
make
why
from
not?
them. But yeah, no, I'm totally in. Let me put this back down. and we're big fans. And as soon as TikTok, what happened?
You dropped the softball.
Softball.
That's
Who's
okay.
that
First home run.
No, that softball, I hit a home run a couple
I
weeks
remember
ago at
that.
Florida State.
Yep.
And they gave me the ball.
How was that, by the way?
It's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, today our Florida State basketball episode's up. We did a big opening too on our, because now this show that we do here is also on the DraftKings TV network, so it's in a few different places. But we did this where we opened up a bunch of stuff, and I won so much. I've also lost so much, but I've won so much I forget what comes in the mail, and so it's like I'm re-breaking.
Even though you want
I'm
it.
like,
you
look
kinda
at
know
it,
what
dude!
is.
Wow! So, yeah, you guys keep doing what you're doing at Dorm Dudes Break. Do you have Dorm Dudes Break 2, Dorm Dudes Break 3, just in case?
We do. I don't know if you guys are baseball fans, but we do have Dorm Dude dugouts now, and we'll have signed jerseys, signed bats, signed baseballs, like actual baseballs. So if
That's
they
Cool
miss-
name too, dude.
And, I know you got a lot of jerseys.
Dorm
so-
dude break. Dorm. Wait, what's it?
Dorm Dude dugouts.
Dugouts. Dorm dude dugouts.
And then we're also working on Dorm Dudes dunks. So we're gonna try and get into some
I got a basketball
basketball.
jersey last night. I want to.
Where'd you just get that bat from?
Hey, but I picked someone up.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
This
Kinda
one, they
concerned
weren't
here.
on. No, I can't do transaction.
Hey, they don't have stuff.
No, listen.
They don't have
Hold
anything.
on. I found a way to last night. The guy wasn't doing TikTok shop. You could do Venmo, which is very confusing. But he was like, call a team out and then Venmo me, and I was like, why not? I've never seen a basketball one before. So I did one basketball one. I won a
What was your team?
Pacers because we went there.
Yeah.
I won an authentic Halliburton signed jersey, and I only got in for one team because there's like 2 teams left, and I won that jersey for $33. And I looked it up, and it's like a $550 jersey.
Wow.
Hey, but he's not lucky, guys. Don't worry about that. He's not lucky.
Did I need to show you? I never showed you. You know how much I've spent. That's
What?
not. But I've spent a bunch.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We're gonna sign this bat for Dorm Dudes, Eddie.
Okay.
We got so much stuff from them. We're gonna send them back with this.
That's
Thank you very
awesome.
much.
Yeah, you guys have. How far is the drive now?
About 6.5 more hours.
Will you go straight from here and just back in the car?
They got class tomorrow.
Back to work.
Yeah, dude.
We do have a get back to work sticker with Zach. If you're subscribers, get back to work. That's his big thing.
Do you guys make money off subscriptions?
Yeah.
Why would I subscribe?
So the subscription thing, we do a monthly giveaway to subscribers. So how we explain it is it's basically like getting into a break each month, but it's only $3 a month. So instead of paying $39 or $38 for a division, you're just paying $3. And we put all the subscribers' name in a hat, pull it out. So like last month, we gave away a Patrick Mahomes jersey. It was actually my personal, one of my favorite jerseys. And we were in Florida meeting with the suppliers, and one of the guys gave away my Patrick Mahomes jersey. But hey.
Wait, did you know you were giving away the Patrick Mahomes jersey?
No, I didn't know until I tuned into the live and saw my Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Salute to service too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
We give them an option here. Do you want the Duke
Here we
signed
go.
football? No, this is not the Duke. This is the Encore, whatever this crap is.
Oh. That's the Wilson.
Yeah, this is Wilson. Or the bat to the Dorm Dudes. What will you put in your office? The football may be smaller and easier, honestly. Or you can have,
up to you, Zach.
or it's the Louisville Slugger.
Hey, that's a little dude.
Yeah, let's
though.
do the football. Let's do the
Okay.
football.
All right.
Because the bat's just gonna. Should throw that thing away.
We'll just have that around.
Okay, 2
Dorm
are
dudes.
best dudes. Dude, this pen sucks. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Do you ever
I don't know. It may show better on the red bat. I don't know.
listen? You can have both. All right. 2. Well, it's too late. I already started signing this one. 2 are best dudes. I don't even know what that means, Eddie.
They're the best dudes.
Yeah.
Out of
We
all
got
the
a new
dudes,
shirt right
they're
here.
the best.
Yeah,
Zach's got best prices, best dudes on the back of
You
it.
want
Nice.
to sign this?
Yeah. Here.
Marker. You have a marker?
Yeah, here,
Wow.
throw them both. Let's go.
I got to go
Throw the
under the
ball.
lighting, though.
Hold on, hit
Let's
me.
see it.
This is going to be terrible. I got to go under the lighting.
Whoa, my Oh! Hey, we did it, though. It's here. It's
my
here.
God.
It made it.
Give me that marker.
Oh, my God. All right.
We
Yeah.
destroyed the studio.
We'll see.
I feel over a $20 football.
Anything else from you guys?
No.
I want to know about the boxes. Do you guys have any say as far as why they designed the boxes to look like waffles and Fruit Loops and all that?
Right. And Cheetos. Flaming hot Cheetos.
We honestly have no idea what the theme is for that. We don't
Funny
know why
theme.
the theme is that. But, I mean, it works.
It does. I mean, it catches my eye every time I see it. I'm like, are they
Like
opening
a Let's
packets
Go
of
is like a
Cheetos?
Lego.
Yeah.
And a Let's Go, and I remember them. The waffles have either a Funko, a football, which is like the worst thing, right? Of the 3, you really don't want the white football. I got a few of those. And then, I got a Barry Sanders
Yeah, I remember ripping that.
I was like, I'm not doing any more. Let's go. I'm
And
out.
that was a personal as
Unless
well.
it's good, and he opens up and it's a Barry Sanders signed figurine. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
It's funny. He was like, I'm the most unlucky guy in the world.
Exactly.
And I was like, just get a personal then. And then there you go.
And then I messaged Barry Sanders because he follows me on Twitter.
Oh, that's nice.
And so I messaged him, and then he didn't respond.
Of course.
Yeah, he
Of
didn't
course he
respond.
didn't.
Yeah. I was like, hey, man, I got your signed figure.
Hey,
It says,
man, who are you?
He seened me. It says seen and no response. Yeah, Barry Sanders
Left
seen
on
me.
red by Barry.
Couldn't even like it.
I know.
I know.
Okay, cool. Good question. Read anything? You don't have to ask anything. If you don't have anything.
No, I mean, I think it's amazing what y'all are doing.
We appreciate it.
They're not curing cancer. But they're making,
I mean, it feels like that.
No, it doesn't.
You're giving hope to a lot of people, especially
Okay,
people
right.
that stopped
Eddie?
gambling.
Yeah, I want to know about the shipping. Like, how much money do you spend on shipping?
Dude,
Oh,
Is that the biggest?
we have about 8 shippers.
yeah. The shipping is a nightmare. That's when we get off the stream, because we stream almost 24 hours a day. The only time we're not streaming is 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Unless we're dealing with what we're dealing with right now. But the shipping guys are up all night, and then we switch off to another person during the day, and it's just.
How many people are on your team?
So we have, I think, 6 streamers and then 6 shipping people.
Wow.
But the shipping people
damn,
rotate
man.
big time.
It's an operation.
That's
dude.
legit. That's legit. All right, you guys follow at Dorm Dudes Break, and they're the best if you're into breaks.
There are dudes.
There are dudes.
Our best dudes.
We almost broke a light for them. Didn't we?
We appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys. All right, thanks to the Dorm Dudes. March Mania's here. Eddie's begging for tickets.
Yeah, I am.
He gets them for 75 cents a pop, though.
I got my own tickets. Don't worry about it.
The thrill and excitement of March Mania and DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, has given new customers a shot to turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets with any college basketball bet. Now, because we're talking about DraftKings, I bet we can't say the word that rhymes with gadness because it's probably a.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So I say March Mania, and I'm like, March Mania is. Don't be like, he doesn't even know what it's called.
That's a good point.
But as I was reading
Listen
it,
to this idiot.
yeah, I was reading it. I was like, oh, that's a. Copyright. Yeah, like,
Copyright,
yeah.
Yep.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code Bobby Sports. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code Bobby Sports. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit www.100gambler.net. In New York, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help's available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/bball for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Now, we're going to go over. We sat, we shot, we dribbled at Florida State.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think they can win their first round of the AC tournament.
Tournament?
They'll have to run it into North Carolina, though, if they do,
Good luck.
which is going to be tough.
Yeah, they're so good.
But this is our sit-down with Florida State men's head coach Leonard Hamilton. You can watch our whole show, Too Much Access. Just go over to Mr. Bobby Bones or TooMuchAccess.com. But Coach Hamilton was awesome, welcoming from the second that he walked in. He's beloved there. Here he is, Coach Hamilton. Coach, first and foremost, I do want to talk about music because I know that's a passion of yours too. Why is gospel music a passion of yours?
Well, in the first place, I never lived more than 40 yards from my church growing up. And that was part of our culture. Every time the door opened, we were in it for something. Sunday school, Bible school, BTU, Vacation Bible School, the Usher Board, the children's choir, the youth choir, the fellowship choir. It was just kind of part of what we enjoyed. We would actually go sing for Sunday service, go 2 programs in the afternoon, come back and do evening service and a program at night. That was kind of a way of life for us. And it's part of who I am, what I enjoy, what I believe in. And I think that attending in that kind of church and that kind of community, that environment, it gives you a moral compass that sometimes when you face with those decisions where you can do one or the other, your moral compass kind of keeps you kind of grounded and allows you to make better decisions. So that's kind of part of my life, how I grew up, and I wouldn't change anything.
If I can just keep it completely real with you. So I grew up in a town, and there was a white quarters, and there was a black quarters, and I would go to the black church like once a month, and I was at the white church like 3 3 weeks out of it. But when I would go across the street to the black church, it was way more singing. It was way more fun. And not only that, if I went and we started at 9, I may not get out till 2:30 or 3. So I knew it was like an investment, and I was tired. It was like I worked out. It was like a long. It was definitely more passionate, and like white church was good, and you got the message. But when we went across the street, like that's where like love was, like that's community, but also sweat.
Well, I look at it as fun, enjoyable, praising and worship, but some similar to a pep rally. Once they start the devotion early in the morning, at first thing, it's on.
Can you sing? Like, did you learn to sing in church? Like, do you still sing now?
Well, I'm really good in the shower.
Me too. Same. I'm not gonna ask you to sing, but like.
Well, now, you know, I can sing a little something.
You do sing?
No, not really, but you know, I really love the Lord.
I worked on American Idol for 4 years. I'd have put you through. I'd have been like, you're a little out of the age class. Like 26 was like the max. But I've been like, you know what? I'm going to put you through anyway.
Hey, Coach is going to Hollywood?
You're going to Hollywood, Coach. You're going to Hollywood. You had a game last night. You guys beat Boston College. What do you do, win or lose? Like, what is the night like after a game?
Well, for me, it's you're either happy or you're unbelievably sad. You know, coaches, we try to put on that front, you know, where everything's even keel because you don't want your kids kind of emulate the feelings of the coach. But when you lose a game, it's almost ridiculous how low you feel. And then it's also interesting how good you feel when you win. I just try to keep things in perspective because it's only one game. And one thing about being in the ACC, if you lose, you got another game coming right down the pike. And when you win, you can't be but so excited because you know another tough opponent is right around the corner. So that's the life of a coach. You're taking teenagers and ushering them into young adulthood. So you have to be mindful of the fact that everything you do is helping these guys develop into young adulthood. And so you have to manage regardless of how you feel as a coach. Sometimes you got to take that into consideration.
You play it off well, Coach, because I was going to say that you look like one of the calmest coaches out there during the game. And I was going to ask you, now that you tell me, like, no, there's a lot of emotions going on during the game. How do you decompress when you get home? Like, what is the step? What are the steps to that?
When I was at Oklahoma State, my mother, who was 97 when she passed, she used to watch all my games. And she called me one day, she said, Leonard, you look like you're going to have a heart attack. And that really bothered me that I was expressing myself in a way that it looked not stable. And so I've always tried to maintain an even keel, regardless of whether we're playing well, regardless of whether we're playing bad, because it influences the mindsets of your players.
What's the standard? Vague, broad question, but what's the standard for Florida State basketball?
Well, we've tried to develop a culture that allows us to be successful. My journey has been taking over programs that they need a little fixing up. I went to Oklahoma State. They hadn't been to the postseason tournament in 27 years. And how I got to that point, Miami didn't even have basketball for 13 years. Then it came back as an independent. But when I was at the University of Kentucky for 12 years, there was a time when I'm sitting there wondering, what kind of job do I want? So I'm looking at those jobs in great locations, with great facilities, with great support, thinking that that's where I want to be. And I remember like it was yesterday, it looked like the Lord reached down from heaven and slapped me on both sides of my face, bam, bam. And I got that vision. He said, those programs don't need you. So I started getting excited about programs that need to be built. You need to, and so the program that was down the lowest, in my opinion, was the best job for me. And so I had an opportunity to go in and create, develop, and maintain.
What was North Carolina basketball culture like, living in the state where you grew up? What was that culture for you like as a kid, 7, 8, 12 years old?
Well, in the first place, I was always excited about watching ACC basketball. But there was a time when African-American players didn't have an opportunity to go to the ACC. So I think in the mid-'60s, when you had Charlie Scott that was at Longberg Institute that had committed to North Carolina, you had Mike Malloy who was at Davidson with Lefty Giselle, it started to change. And I was telling someone the other day, Davidson's freshman team in Longberg Institute prep school team would play in the Charlotte Coliseum and pack the place because it was something new. And so you credit Dean Smith for having the initiative and the mindset of realizing that it was opportunity it was time to give black folks an opportunity to play in the ACC, and he doesn't get enough credit for that part that he played in integration.
And that gave you, in your mind, like, I can now shoot for that because no one else had prior to that?
Well, I always, my father went to the 9th grade, my mother went to the 7th grade. And they always complained about them having a ceiling and a cap on what they could do with their lives because they didn't have the education. My father always complained about him having to train people with college education to do their job, but he couldn't make the same money that they were doing. So he was always emphasizing getting an education. And that was my primary goal. I wanted to set the example for my brothers and sisters and my family. So me going to college and getting my degree, I adopted my brother Willie. He goes to college, he gets his degree, he marries a girl he meets in college, and both his kids go to college. And then I adopted my brother Barry, he went to college. I adopted my sister Pam, she went to college. Her son goes to college. My brother John was too old for me to adopt, but his kids goes to college. And I'm saying it changed the whole culture of our family. So for me to be focused really on getting my education, everything else is gravy from that standpoint.
What about when you talk to parents of kids now? Is that a big focus when you speak to the parents? Like, you feel like education is such a priority along with obviously the basketball, but that's something they'll have forever?
Well, at Florida State, I think I've been here going on 22 years, somewhere about that. I've only had 2 guys not graduate in our program that have gone to school with me for 4 years. So I'm proud. I'm very proud of that. From a personal standpoint, I try not to talk about the accomplishments that we've had, but I will promote that because I think that, like me, so many of these youngsters are first-generation college students. And it sets the table not only for them and their life, but for their siblings and for people that's in their family.
Coach, when I played in college, I'm just joking. I didn't play anything in college.
Oh my God, I was about to say.
When I played in middle school, Coach,
cards in college, Coach. That's about it.
I didn't get a lot of playing time, but I always thought that if I sat next to the coach, I'd be, front of mind, and he'd put me in as soon as he looked over, like, you, go. But that never worked out. So I'm watching, your bench. Is there an order that people are sitting on that bench?
No, not really. In other words, I like to try to sit in the middle. One of my coaches like to sit on the end. I find myself standing up more than sitting down because everybody starts standing up, but I can't see what's going on the court. But I think you also can communicate better with your players. The gyms are very, very large. I mean, large gyms with a lot of cheering fans. So, I stand up most of the time. And sometimes you need to be able to communicate with your guys a lot better. And I also think every once in a while you have to whisper in the ear of the referees, the officials, to make sure they're getting everything right.
And whisper, you don't really mean whisper. Yeah. But whisper, just so you know, you don't really mean whisper. I feel like the coach's box or the area that you're allowed to stand, and sure, there's the area, but I feel like they're shrinking where you guys are. How do you feel about it? Because I feel like you used to could roam a bit as long as you weren't in the way, but now they're just like, boom, tech.
I am the worst. I find myself almost sometimes down at the other coach's bench. And sometimes I'm out the floor and the referee's running over me and I should be on the sideline. Sometimes you lose it, no doubt about it. You get emotional. It's very interesting that everybody in the stands are jumping up and down. The cheerleaders are cutting flips, the band's playing, and they want the coaches to sit down in the chair. That doesn't make sense to me.
This season, you still have the tournament to come up. You still have some more conference games to play this season. Like, what's the ceiling for you guys?
Well, right now we've been consistently inconsistent. And normally I have a team of juniors and seniors that were freshmen and sophomores. So they're a little more ingrained and understand what you need. This year, with the way college basketball is now, with the transfer portal and the NIL and all those other things that kind of is shaping who we are in our business, you don't have as much experience on your team. So it's been a little challenging us with basically new guys trying to compete. And so what we have to do, we won the last game we played, but we need to get more consistent in what we do. You're never going to have more talent than anybody in the ACC. Everybody's talented. It got great coaches, great fans. So you have to find your niche within your culture to be consistent. And it's hard to develop a culture when you always got an influx of new players.
All right, final 3 questions. Which player in your history of collegiate ball have you given the biggest green light to at any time? Who's the one player that you more than ever were like, if you got it, you can shoot it if you feel good?
Well, if you look back at my career, I've been very, very fortunate to have so many good players. From Austin Peay, going to the 2 NCAA tournaments for the first time in school, University of Kentucky, 9 conference championships, 4 Final Fours. This challenging to answer because everybody has a different skill set.
3-point green lights.
Oh, jeez. Now we get that down.
I'll make it easier on you.
You make it
Yeah.
I had a kid named Tim Pickett that was when I first got here, and he was a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker, And then Al Thornton came in, and he ended up being a poor shooter as a freshman. He ended up shooting 40% from 3. I'm not trying to avoid the question. It's just that I don't know if I've ever had anybody who I totally felt comfortable giving them the green light to.
Control freak, huh?
My wife thinks that. If you ask my wife, she might tell you that.
Coach, Bobby's my best friend. It's like a brother. Like a brother.
We're not married. We're just best friends.
No, just best friends.
Well, I'm glad you straightened that out.
Yeah. But I can tell Bobby, hey man, you suck at basketball. Hey, you don't deserve that award, whatever, right?
Why would you say something?
Well, I can, but if anyone else says that, no, don't say that about my bud. Were you pissed that the football team didn't get selected for the playoffs?
Well, I thought that was very interesting.
It's a weird way to ask that question. Why do you insult me and then ask that question?
That was part of the question.
But see, I think there needs to be conversation about how we're selecting teams to do whatever. It's more of a problem in the NCAA. The percentage of football teams that play in bowls are much higher than the percentage of basketball players that have a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. I think we need to increase the number of teams that can go to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we're talking about it this week. So you do say, yes, you're in on adding another 32 teams or so.
But what has happened, you seem as though you have so many people making decisions about how to govern college sports. And I don't think we have enough of the people who are in the trenches, the coaches who battle it, maybe some of the ADs who play football and understand it. But it's amazing to me sometimes how we make decisions that doesn't appear to me to have been analyzed correctly, to have had enough meetings, to have processed it so we can see what the future will bring if we make these decisions. But I understand you don't want to think that it's political, but a team shouldn't be penalized because a player gets hurt, in my opinion. But I'm sure there are reasons why they made those decisions that I don't understand. I'm not the kind of person who wants to give a lot of opinions, and I think that's what's happening in our society today. Everybody want to make laws and decisions about how they feel. I want to make decisions based on facts. And the facts prove that they had won enough games where they deserve to have the opportunity to compete in the process. And they were denied that because of other decisions, and that's unfortunate.
Probably Gator fans, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure.
They probably were behind it all.
Yeah.
Stupid. Last question, Coach. You got tons of success. You're in these different Hall of Fames. You've won at every. you got plenty of money. What about this?
Is that true, Coach? A lot of money?
What about this is still so fulfilling for you that you still have the drive that you have?
Well, I think we all are put on this earth for a purpose. And I met with two ministers, Pastor Alessi and Hage from California when I was at the University of Miami, because I always enjoyed working in the church. But I was getting busier and busier and had less opportunity. And I was concerned about that, from a spiritual standpoint. So I met with them at the Wagon Wheel on US 1 for breakfast. And I discussed this with them. And they told me everybody has a purpose, and God has a purpose for all of us. I said, well, how am I supposed to know what my purpose is? He said, because a peace of understanding comes over you, and you feel good every day about what you do. And that's how I feel. I have a piece of understanding. I get up, I'm excited every day. I don't have any down moments because I realize that this is my purpose that I'm trying to fulfill. So at some point in time, I know I can't do it forever, but I do feel good about what I'm doing. All my kids are graduating. I'm hopefully they're staying out of trouble, and we winning our fair share of the games. They're going on and being better husbands, fathers, neighbors, and citizens. To me, that's gratifying. That's what I enjoy. And so as long as my passion is there, but it's becoming more and more difficult in the climate that we are operating in now. And you see a lot of my colleagues are deciding that it's a little something that they're not interested in participating in. But as long as I don't get that feeling, I'm going to hang right on in here. I tell people I'm a coach as long as I'm enthusiastic about it. But if I walk out and go sit on the other coach's bench by mistake because I don't know where I am, I'm going to hang on in here. But if I end up sitting on my opponent's bench, kind of coach their team and don't know where I am, I might hang on in here.
If they put out the silver alert during the game, they're like on our phones, silver alert, coach on the. Coach, we're huge fans, so thank you for your time. Much. You're such an inspiration, and go Seminoles. We're glad you won last night. It's always awkward when we come in after a loss, so we're glad you won last night because we were watching, going, please God, let's.
Well, you guys operate out of Nashville. I met my wife in Tennessee. I went to undergraduate school in Tennessee. I went to graduate school in Tennessee, so
we're probably related.
So there you go.
Yeah, we're probably related. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
And here's our chat with guards Darren Green Jr. and Tom House. Darren is lights out from three. Tom is a young guy in the program that's going to be that dude eventually. They were super cool for us, and here they are, Darren Green Jr. and Tom House. On average, how many shots do you like to get up a week? I won't say a day because maybe take a day off.
So I try to get up at least like 1,000 a day.
Whoa! Wow,
really?
Well,
I try to get my 1,000 makes a day, so that just tells you how many shots I have to take to get 1,000 makes.
You ever see like a bouncer, like at a club or a bar, and he's got the clicker that says how many people are in the club? How do you know how many you've shot? Because I would be like, one, click.
Well, I won't move spots until I make a certain amount. So then if you just add it up, like I go like probably 20 makes a spot, and I go most of the time I go 7 spots, corner, wing.
But that means you miss so few that you can add them up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're doing that, you must miss so few that. You ever get into a game and you're just feeling off, but you have really one of the greatest games. Like in warm up, you couldn't hit anything, but then game time hits and you couldn't be more on.
I don't think that's necessarily happened to me. Just because on game day, that's when I'm like, I try to lock all the way in, and I come in the morning, I get my shots up, and then I come in before shoot around, get shots up. So by the time the game's here, I've gotten up so many shots, it's just almost like the muscle memory is just like I'm already warm. And
does missing affect you in a game if you miss the first couple, or is it like I need to shoot even more to wipe that away?
And no, miss doesn't really affect me here, especially my teammates. They always keep telling me keep shooting when I miss, or the next one's going in.
They do tell you that?
Yeah, they definitely tell me.
When I play pickup, they never say that to me. When I miss, they're like, don't shoot it anymore. It's the exact opposite. So we live different lives for sure.
We got a buddy of ours that says that he probably would have made the NBA, but his parents moved houses and they didn't move the hoop with it. So he's like, that kind of messed me up, and he didn't have the confidence to do tryouts and stuff like that.
The dumbest thing I've ever done.
Pretty dumb. Yeah. But when did you realize, like, oh, okay, I can do this?
I guess like it started becoming like real, like when I got to high school, that's when I started really getting that label like a shooter, like a knockdown shooter. Middle school I didn't really like I don't know, not take it serious. I took it serious because I played AAU and everything, but it wasn't like I didn't have like people telling me, oh, you can really play college basketball, you know. But once I got to high school, that's when it started becoming a reality. Like, okay, I can really do it. I can really make it to and play D1.
Most threes you ever made in a high school game?
I don't know. I don't know most of them made high school game.
You ever made 9?
Yeah, I think I
Probably
have.
9?
Yeah, I think I have made 9.
Like, that's the number. 9 is like super legit.
Yeah, man.
Like 8 is good.
Yeah.
7's off, but 9. If you can make 9, that's legit. Do you ever, when you're shooting, let's say somebody's in your face, do you feel is it so pure that you can at times just not even see the rim if someone and just shoot the ball and know it's going in?
It kind of feels like that sometimes, but for me, I actually have to see the rim. I know I got to see the rim, but
he's not very good. I shoot blind. I don't make them, but I shoot a lot blind.
But I do work out with like a lot of like high hand contests. You know,
is that those things they hold up?
Yeah. So I do work when I work out. I do have a guy like just jumping and contesting that. You know, he's probably more of a sweat than I am most of the time, just because he's just working so hard trying to block my shot and contest it.
Is it more embarrassing to get blocked if you're shooting a mid-range or under the goal, or shooting a 3? If it's being projected back into the seats, which one's more embarrassing?
I think for me a 3, because that's my job. You know, I can't have anyone stop me from doing my job, so I think for me probably a 3.
What about if they hit it from behind, like you're shooting top of the key and somebody comes up, you don't see them?
Oh yeah, that's not embarrassing.
Like that feels like kind of like jumping a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
it's kind of like, all right, I didn't see you coming.
Right. Even though we only counted 4 people in front of me and I knew somebody was behind me. But still.
Yeah.
What about the move whenever you let somebody go by and then you try to hit it from behind?
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that. That's all I'm good at. I'm slow. So they get that step and then I try that, but then I get called a foul. Do you ever try that in a game if you get beat?
Yeah, you got to come back. We call it back tap. You got to back tap or hawk it down.
You're a back tapper, dude.
Dude, I back tap my whole life. That's all I've done is back tap, for sure. If you look at the whole season, like macro, large, 38, 40, 42, what percentage at the end of the year are you happy with?
I mean, I think for me, you know, around 40 and above, you know, I don't really like to be below 40. I know last year I was, and the year before that I was, but...
You don't like to be above?
I don't like to be below, I'm sorry. I don't like to be below.
I would literally kill somebody. I kill one of the people on the set to shoot above 40. No, I hear you.
No, I like to be above. I don't like to be below 40. You know, I think right now I'm shooting below 40. I'm at like 38, 39, so I got to definitely get that
Yeah,
up.
we don't want to say anything, but we
said it.
Yeah, we were talking about it before you walked up.
Yeah.
What shooter do you see yourself in the most that you look up to, that you would like to emulate? Not steal, but you see you've taken a lot from watching him play ball.
Right. Definitely Bradley Beal and Buddy Hield, like guys like that who are kind of the same height, you know, same size, around the same weight that I want to be, you know, playing at the next level. I mean, obviously Stephen Curry, just because his mechanics are, you know, ridiculous, you know. But I think, yeah, those two, Bradley Beal and Buddy Hield, just you know, kind of same height in that.
The game against Boston College, they had to stop the game for a little bit because the crowd, somebody in the crowd got out of hand a little bit. So is that distracting? Like, are there things where you're just like, man, we were on a roll. Like, why do we have to stop the game for something like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday was especially just because I remember Chandler was in the post. You know, you're ready to post the guy up, and they just stopped the game in the middle of the play. You know, I think that was kind of crazy. If they would have done it like, you know, after, you know, they saw what he would have done with the ball, you know, then okay. But you stopped it right in the middle of the play. A guy who was in a good position, you know, then I think he was going to score on that play or make something happen, you know, but. Hey, yeah, I mean, it does get kind of distracting, especially in that scenario.
Last question, what about somebody whistling in the crowd? You ever confuse that for a ref whistle?
Ooh, good one.
I mean, when you're in the game, you can't really, I know it's crazy, but I don't really like hear, you know, the crowd, you know.
That's a terrible
But
whistle.
you can hear the coaches over the crowd?
Or sometimes you can't even hear the coaches, you just play.
Yeah, sometimes we're in the huddle and can't even hear the crowd, depending on, you know, the environment, you know, but definitely, like, I know I can't hear the crowd. If someone whistles in the crowd, I wouldn't. Unless it was that loud, but I haven't heard anything in the crowd.
We appreciate the time. We enjoy watching you shoot. We wish we could shoot.
Yes, we do.
And we're really rooting for you to get over 40% because we know you have it in you.
You can do it,
need to
man.
give him
You could do this.
We believe in you.
You were born to
You know,
do that.
a lot of people, when we walked in, they said, we don't know what the problem is. He said 39.9, and we're like, we'll get him to 40. So that's what we're here to do.
Hey, if anything, do it for us.
Appreciate you.
I got you. Thank y'all for having me.
Before you walked over here, we watched you hit one, and then you were like, now I feel good. Do you have any, as a shooter, do you have any sort of superstition if you're practicing, like you can't leave on a miss, or like what are your superstitions?
I feel like that one's kind of an unwritten rule. Most basketball players kind of follow that one, but really just working out as much as I can. Not really any superstitions, but just getting a lot of time in the gym.
How often do you change shoes out? Do you play game shoes, same shoes every time, or are they the same shoe but newer ones every few games?
No, I do play in a ton of different shoes, but there's no really rhythm to it for me, unless they start to hurt my feet, change it up, but no real rhythm for me.
At what age did you grow over 6 feet?
I would say sophomore in high school, probably, freshman.
And it's a 6 foot freshman, we'll say freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Were they having you run a little more like 5'4", like post since you were taller than everybody else, or were you always a guy that could stretch the court a little bit?
Yeah, I never played a post position.
Even though you were taller than other kids?
No, I never played a post position.
We find a lot of times that a lot of the guards that grew early played a version of post, and some of the post guys that grew late played a guard, so those skills become a bit intermixed, and then they just become a all-around basketball player because they have all those skills. If coach was to say to you, all right, Tom, get in, we need you to post up one of these guys at BC one-on-one, could you do it?
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah.
You feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I feel like I could do it.
How would you call for the ball? Ball.
No different way.
No, so you just want them to see you and give it to you?
Yeah.
You don't go like, you ever do that?
Maybe that's after.
You ever hit anybody with that in a game?
A couple times in high school.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, do you guys ever practice with the other team's ball?
We do, actually. Really just to get used to what we're going to be playing with. Like if we go to an Adidas school or whatever different type of brand, we'll play with their ball.
Because it feels different? Like all the...
Yeah, it really can, depending on the different ball.
Or some of them square at some schools? Like they're not even...
You bounce and it goes that way.
Do you go and do you call the school and be like, hey, can we get some of those balls? Or do you just go buy your own?
I'm not sure how it works. I'm pretty sure equipment manager will order some or something like that.
But Walmart.
That's what I thought, like run down the street.
Yeah, we need 40 balls.
Head over to Dick's. We need Adidas balls!
Yeah.
So you're a sophomore this year. So you've had a bit of time here in Tallahassee because Tallahassee is awesome. We've been here a bunch of times. Tell me about the town and what it's like to go to college here.
It's great. I think it's cool because it is a college town, but there is some stuff that's going on too, like the Capitol's downtown. But I think it's cool that the real college town where a lot of the people stay and go out and whatever is right next to the campus too. So I think it's a good mix.
The arena, and we've been to 20 arenas this year. This is one of the most legit arenas.
Yeah.
And I know ACC is such a basketball conference, and you definitely want to have your flex when people come, but to be in this arena and to look up, like, what is it like when the crowd is just on?
Well, fortunately, we've had a couple of really packed games this year, and it's awesome. It gets real loud, and I really just think it's a great arena, like the shape of it. It's really nice, yeah.
When you were playing high school basketball in Ohio, most points in a high school game?
36, 35.
Did they pull you early? Or was that like buzzer beater too?
No, that was a game that they pulled me early. We were up by a lot.
Wow. They pulled them in the first quarter, I heard.
No.
That's word on the street.
Hey, what's recruiting like? Like when, people come to your house and write letters and all that, and do you feel pressure? Like, oh man, I got to tell them something now, or what's that pressure like?
Yeah, that's actually something that nobody really told me before it happened. You kind of feel a little bit of pressure to, because they're putting so much pressure on you and talking to you. You kind of have to reciprocate, and sometimes, just like a 17-year-old, 16-year-old kid, you don't really know how to handle it. But my dad was a long-time college coach, so he kind of prepared me a little bit for it.
Does it feel like you're dating a bunch of girls at once, and you like you just want to kind of keep? You're not committed to you're not committed to anyone.
Yeah.
Like it's not your girlfriend, but you're kind of just keeping some of them, and some of them you don't care as much about. But you
don't want to treat them bad.
Right. You still want to be nice because they were nice to you, but then you have that one that you're like, I think this is the one that I want to be with the rest of my life. Is that what it's like?
Kind of, but it's older men, and it's not one of them.
Yeah. Seminoles are just such a legendary brand. I mean, even before we were alive, like it's for as long as college sports, I feel like, has been massive in American culture. This Seminole icon has existed. Pretty cool to wear that on the uniform.
Yeah. It's really awesome, and they kind of tell us the background of it too. Like they say, it's not a mascot; it's a symbol. It represents people that didn't give up. So it's really special.
So when you're coming off the bench, and I don't ever see you like stretching over on the side before he calls you in. It's not like you're doing feet together down over there. So how do you stay when, like even last night when Coach calls you in for a few minutes? Like how do you stay loose, or can you get loose, or do you just live? I'm not loose. I got to get it while I'm out there.
I mean, sometimes you got to get on the bike, but I think it's really just a mindset, like staying ready to go in whenever, because, different game, different scouting, different matchup. They could need different things, so just got to stay ready.
If Russia had a missile pointed at America.
Oh, man.
No, listen, follow me here.
We switched directions.
No, we didn't. No, here we go. And they said if Tom is shooting wide open, nobody in the gym, 3-pointers. If he can make 8 out of 10, we won't shoot America with the missile.
Oh, my goodness.
Could you make 8 out of 10 unguarded?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to do it. They're not pointing it at us. I just wanted what your confidence was.
I was ready to do it.
Okay, see, I knew he was. I could tell. Like he was ready to go. All right, final 2 questions. Eddie?
Yeah, what's road life like, with a team? I was like, it's a lot of you guys, and at night it's probably like get bored. Do you guys ever think like, oh, let's sneak out? Or are you just like all business at all times?
Well, really, I think they kind of manage that well. We don't travel too many nights early, and we really don't have a lot of downtime between meetings and stuff, so we'll fly in the night before the game, pretty late, have a meeting, have a meal, go to sleep, and then so it's pretty quick.
You guys go into like a Pizza Hut, all like 30 of you guys?
They line up the whole salad bar. It's like somebody else shows up like, who are all the tall guys in the salad bar?
Right.
No, I don't think that'd be very efficient.
You ever been to a salad bar?
No, I've never been to a
that's
salad
the
bar.
difference. You even know what a salad bar is? No.
Oh,
See,
you're
back in the
missing out,
day
dude.
at Pizza Hut or any place, there would just be an island, and it'd have all the salad stuff, and you would go and you grab it. Then think all COVID happened, and they eliminated all the rest of them.
Do you know what Golden Corral is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Golden Corral is.
Final question for you. What do you feel like your ceiling is in basketball? Do you want to be next level? Do you want to be a coach? Or maybe not in basketball at all?
I definitely want to stay in basketball. My goal has always just been to go as far as the game will take me, whether that's playing professionally in the States, overseas, and then eventually coach after that. So I definitely think I can be a professional.
Did your dad call you after a game?
They actually live pretty close, so they can.
He knocks on the door after the game?
Yeah, they'll talk to me. We'll get some dinner, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Congratulations on everything.
Appreciate you.
All right, 8 out of 10, let's go.
All right, thank you guys. I'm going to take my Josh Allen.
Go Knowles.
I'm going to go ahead and take my Luka card that I've had up here for 3 weeks home too.
That's graded too, right?
I'm going to get somewhere and just put these graded cards and just keep them forever.
Cool.
I'm not going to do a whole baseball card collection. I wish I could find that old crap. I kept them all, but they were all, I'd get rated.
Have you asked
a rated
around?
2. I'd be rated 2.
Oh, the old ones?
Yeah, from when I would keep them in my butt or just.
In your backpack?
Yeah, I would just take them out of the folder though. But I did order some card holders from Amazon today. So when we do send them out, they're already in a holder,
Nice.
so they can take them out and grade them. You can't just put them in an envelope. I gave Eddie a. Did you look at those cards I gave you? I gave Eddie a big
No.
stack. I gave you a Ohtani, but he's with the Angels. I think it's a rookie card.
Well, did you give it to me because you said you were going to keep it?
But then
and
I
you left it on the
forgot.
steps.
But then I forgot, and I was like, he can have it.
And then I looked at it on the steps sitting there, and I'm like, there are cameras everywhere.
Ohtani.
Should I take it?
Panini. Angels.
2021. Or is it 20?
It's probably it's 21. That card, because it's a standard card. I think it's worth about $40.
Nice. Ungraded? Hey, can I throw that into your graded pile?
You need to just make sure and see what it is.
Okay.
Because it could be way less too, but I thought it was pretty cool. There was a Ohtani.
I also have a Dion that's pretty good. I might send that one with you too.
You're not sending anything with me.
It'll be a group deal, man.
There's no deal. I do have video on my shoes though. When can we send these off, Kevin?
Still working on it.
But let's say we don't know anybody.
Okay.
When do we send them off?
As soon as you want.
And is there a way to can you pay more to fast track it? Because there's always a way to expedite it.
Probably.
Yeah. How do you think the rich does it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I did that with our stickers.
Did you get them done?
Yeah.
You get the helmets done?
Oh no, the stickers are gonna be in Thursday, but that was the quickest I could get them here.
Got it. Yeah. I thought you could just make them in.
Oh no.
You don't have a 3D printer?
No, you gotta print.
You can't go to
them.
Kinko's and have them make stickers?
No.
Kinko's?
Kinko's still a thing?
I don't know. Is it?
Not for the football ones.
Is Kinko still a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just FedEx now.
Kinko's by FedEx?
They have inside of FedEx you can go print stuff.
It was Kinko's, then FedEx Kinko's, and I guess now it's just FedEx.
Okay. Reed, what's your proposition?
Oh, okay.
Proposition.
All right. Yeah, the 25 Whistles pawn shop here. So as you know,
Oh my God.
I did some
You
breaks.
set it up with as you know.
I did some breaks yesterday.
Did you win anything? Hey, did you win that one you thought you might have won?
They delivered your package?
The New England Patriots one you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, I sent it to Kevin. It was just It was just some cards.
Okay, so you didn't win.
I didn't win anything.
Got
no.
it. They send you the cards. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
good.
Yesterday I hit 4 jerseys that I sent to you.
Oh my God, you hit 4, dude. You're spending way too much. Call the line.
No,
Call
but
the
this is what I'm saying.
Okay, let me look. Hold on. Did you send them now?
No, yeah, I sent them to you yesterday. But
What?
You didn't see him, dude?
Yeah, you didn't see them. That's why I was like, dude, okay, I guess they're not good.
Hold on, I may have fallen. Dude, I don't have any jerseys from you.
Really?
Oh no, is it another Bobby?
No.
I have nothing from you.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Look, just so we know, Reed and I text a lot, and we send videos, and he sends edited videos, but I have no jerseys from him.
Where are they on your sent?
Right here.
Oh, it's in words. It's not a picture or anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, at the bottom. You sent. Got it.
So, but those I didn't think they weren't that great because they were.
Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah, they were customs, but.
Okay, not all. But what's your question?
But I hit one.
They don't suck. I take that back.
Yeah.
Let me read you them though, real quick.
Yeah.
Zach Moss, Colts, but Zach Moss is now he's leaving the Colts. Zach Moss just signed with the
Bills. No, why am I thinking Bills?
Bengals.
That's right, because Mixon got released.
Yes.
Okay.
Zach Moss. A-Chain Dolphins.
That's
good.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba, pretty cool. Seahawks.
Yeah.
Shaq Thompson, Panthers.
I don't know who that is.
He's a B guy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he's good.
So if I were to have a favorite one, it'd probably be the Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
But they're all yes. Go
But I
ahead.
did one more after we finished.
Oh my God.
I did one more.
How much
and
money did you spend yesterday and all?
I don't even want to look.
Okay.
I don't even want to look. But that's what I'm saying is I want to retire, so I just want my money back. But the one that I hit.
Well, everyone wants their money back.
No, I mean if you want to buy it from me, the one I hit.
Go ahead. You
That's
gonna
good.
send me a picture of it? Don't say it. Send me a picture of it.
Well, okay. I'll send you a
Do a
picture.
picture of it.
I don't want to hear what it is first. I want to react to it.
Okay. All right.
This is the proposition.
If
know
you
if you
do
can
this
see
to
it.
me, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
Now he sounds like Quagmire.
Okay, read
So
this.
I'm gonna try to sell those jerseys, but this is the one, and it is a Funko. It's not a
Oh,
jersey.
Funko. I like Funkos.
And I didn't mean to do it, but
Okay, hold on. Don't say too much.
I'm not. I just sent it to you. I meant to do a jersey, but I did a Funko, and I'm glad I did.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a good one.
You just said that. Yeah, that's cool. That's it.
No, it's a good one. I've been really looking at the Funkos a lot, meaning I made some for myself too, of me.
Yeah.
So, So don't say what it is, but how much are you wanting for it?
Do you want any of the jerseys too?
I don't.
And Jigba?
I don't really want any of the stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
I have
fair.
so much stuff. But what
Zach
do you?
Moss? Rare?
I'm not sure how much
No,
it's worth.
I know, but without knowing that,
$300.
I mean, I can get it on eBay cheaper.
Oh really?
Yeah.
$200.
That was
I need
quick.
my money, man.
He's like $50, man. Just $50.
You can listen. Here it is. It's a Dan Marino signed Funko.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah. And so here's one. What color is it, Reed? Because this one here is $299. Dan Marino number 215.
Let me see here. Dang. I thought it said 600 on mine.
It could have been a different one, but let's see which one it is.
Let me see here.
Dan Marino number 215. That's what yours is.
Yep.
That's a cool one. You can get it for $299 on eBay. So you could sell it on eBay, obviously. Or do you just need money now?
I mean, I'll sell it on eBay.
Okay, I'd give you $200 for it, but I don't want to steal your money.
Oh, you're not stealing my money, man.
What does that mean? Why do you say it like that?
What on earth?
I just mean I don't think I spent over $200 yesterday.
To win 4 jerseys and a Funko, you would have
Man,
to.
I hit 4 or 5.
Oh.
I saw you.
Except for the ones that
I
we
saw
did.
you lose 2.
Not those.
Uh-oh.
Not
So
counting those.
every other one you won except for the 2 that we did.
Every other one except one.
Okay,
you
so
lost 3.
let's do the math here. So did you ever win 2 at a time?
No, I did not.
Okay, so did you
All
do
one.
all divisions or any teams?
All divisions.
Sounds
So
like he's on trial.
4 jerseys. If you're doing divisions at $35 each.
Yeah.
35's low. They're usually 40. How much were they?
You can do that for $5. You're gonna yell at me for
I know. I
$5?
thought he was gonna be like
Well,
60 bucks.
Even if we do 30, let's be even
multiply
more,
it by
let's be even more
6.
conservative. Say
Yeah,
$30
let's see here.
each. So 4
Yep.
times 3, that's $120 for the 4 jerseys.
Okay.
Now let's
I
talk
know-
let's talk about the times he lost. What?
Yeah. I know 2 of them I did 2 divisions.
But let's not worry about that yet.
Okay.
We can or we can add the
We
60
can add that at
bucks.
the end. The carryover.
Yeah, that's $60 we'll add at the end.
You guys are canceling a lot of $5 there and little doubles.
So far he's 120 in before we put in the 60, just for the ones you won. Now you did lose. You said you lost 3 total.
Yeah.
Okay, at $30 each, that would be $90. And that's just so now you're at 210.
That's why I didn't want to do the math.
And that's just the jerseys, right?
Yeah.
Because the Funko you got in was
the Funko
probably
was separate. Yeah.
was what?
It was 45.
Okay, so let's just say 40. So you're at 250 there, plus the 60 from earlier. Which one was that 60 from?
Wait, what?
Oh, you bought the two extra
two
divisions.
jerseys. Yeah, or two divisions.
So you're at 310 for all of it.
Okay.
So yesterday you spent $310.
Okay, I'll take
that's
200.
That's being very lenient.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I'll give you 250 for all of it.
All of it? I'll give that to you, man.
Okay,
it's
deal.
all yours. Deal.
So you lost money on that.
It's fine though. I had my fun. It was fun.
It is fun, dude. It's not even about the money.
I need to retire again.
Okay, I'm
so-
gonna pay you $250 right now.
Okay.
And once I hit this,
Hold on. Stop.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Let's read. Take a breath. Think about what you're doing.
Why would you be working against me right now?
I'm not. I'm just saying. You both are my friends. Both are my friends. I'm looking out for
Don't
both
be
of you.
desperate. Don't be desperate.
It'd be more of a hassle to try to sell it.
For sure. And it would cost you a little bit of money shipping.
But you can make more money.
Reed, I have 250 here. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. You can have time to think about it.
This is crazy.
And if you want to take time and create an eBay account and send it all off, and then you should. But if you want to
buy stamps and
Nah,
stuff.
I'm gonna do the 250. I'm gonna do 250.
Are you positive?
I'm positive.
I don't want to force you into it.
No, I'm positive.
Okay, Reed, I'm sending it in 3.
Okay.
2. I'm gonna make it 260.
Oh, thanks, man.
For shipping.
Yeah,
For the
and I
stamp.
did, and Reed was doing those deals for me, and I did give him like $5 and $10 extra each time he did it for me.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, they may hit you with some tech. I don't know.
The labor.
Yeah, and he was doing it.
Yeah.
Reed, I'm sending you 260 for all
All
of
right.
it.
All right.
Going once,
That's it.
going twice.
I'm doing it.
Done.
Wow.
Do we
Sent.
shake? Do we shake on this or?
We
Nah,
did.
it's on air.
We did it on air.
This is good. This is good in the courtroom.
And hold on, it's got to go through first. It's confused that I'm only paying $260 for all this. My Venmo's like, something's wrong.
Venmo's like, he fell for this?
Are you sure?
It's going to a good cause, man.
What is that?
Making me not so broke anymore.
There you go. Okay, sent. Done.
You're doing that to yourself.
I know. I just wanted some fun for him. I was wanting to hit something like really, really big.
You did. Dan Marino Funko.
I mean, yeah, that's all for a Funko. It's awesome. That's like
dude.
$300. And that's big, but that's not really big. Like I've only hit like 2 things ever really big, and I've done it a lot. The Cowboy, the
Denver
Broncos with Peyton and Elway. That's big.
Yeah, it's
the Manning jersey, $1,000. That's big. Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, because he got me with that with the scrolling saying that he had 2 more authentics in there, and there was only 7 left. I was like, that's pretty good odds.
All right. Well, I've paid, Reed.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm
That's
done.
the proposition.
That's the proposition.
I'm done with breaks now. I had my fun. I can't do it anymore.
Hey, did you get invited to dinner?
Huh?
Did you get invited to dinner tomorrow?
I knew Arkansas was playing.
Stop. I'm not talking to you. Did you get invited to dinner, Bones?
I don't know anything about a dinner, so I guess not.
No, I didn't either, man. It's really weird.
What happened?
Kevin's birthday dinner.
What the? You still invite us? What time's your dinner?
That's 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't go.
What time is the game?
6.
Exactly.
We'd probably be over by
Exactly.
like 7:30. We'd just come by after. But screw off.
Hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow night?
No,
Nothing.
it's too late.
Tell
You
you
know,
what we're not doing.
Bones, you know who got invited? Proposition. Reed.
Proposition Reed.
Reed got invited.
Believe that crap?
Hey, it worked. I got some money.
Pay for your dinner tomorrow night.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
I'll
dude.
make a proposition. I'll give you one Dan Marino if you touch me there.
Oh, no.
It's turned weird.
Oh, God.
All right, thank you guys. And don't forget on Friday, 5 Eastern, 4 Central, we will be on the DraftKings Network. Just go to Roku, go to the Roku channel, and search for DraftKings, and boom, will pop up.
And if you have a Samsung TV,
Or there,
it's on
search
there
for
too.
search for the DraftKings channel, and we're there.
It's super easy to find.
Thank you. Please watch it. That's all we're saying. We're begging. We
Yeah.
only have like a 6-week run there anyway, right?
Yeah, so we only got 5 left.
It's only 5 left. Mother.
Only 5 more opportunities.
Unless they like what they see, right? And they're like, we
I
need an
think
extension.
mostly it's about if they can prove people went to watch
Oh.
more than they like.
So
what
then
they
we
see.
need everyone to go
That's what I'm
watch.
saying we need everybody to watch.
Everyone.
But also, even if they do like it, I don't know if they're going to renew, even then. So I don't want to be like, well, if we don't renew, they hated us.
Yeah.
Although that'll probably be it.
And if you're listening and you go to a sports bar, tell them to turn the channel on. That way the whole bar can see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works.
And that counts as like hundreds
you
of
just
views,
get
doesn't
one.
it?
You just get one.
Are you sure?
Just one.
Yeah, just one. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.